Yeah. What's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, New England representing. As always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what up, dude? It's on time Shutterworth. You know what it do. RingGameRadio.com in the building. Monday night boxing recap. And no previews, but Monday night boxing recap, nigga. You know what it is. Sabo Kings Forever coming soon. El Capitan, aka Lotta Del Boss, LB. What it do? Tunnel Gang in the building. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Ringing in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King People, nigga boxing in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go. Let's get this boxing talk. Let's go.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Now, is anyone banned from the bodega after this past weekend of boxing?
I was so entertained with this card, and it lived up to the excitement. So you know what? I'm in a good mood. No bannings this week.
That's what it is, yo. You know, but doesn't mean there's not any more. That's not anymore. It's gonna come in the future, though. You know.
Yeah, no, in the future.
Someone's bound to piss us off, like that whole fucking news of Canelo and Jake Paul. That's So yeah, definitely stay tuned for that shit. You know, but I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's flies? Conscious Pilot, West Coast Avenger, usually on time, always here. Ring Game Radio. Let's go.
That was a remix.
Yeah, it's Pilot.
Yeah, Conscious Pilot. He stays elevated and just he remixes his elevation. Word up. And last, but certainly not least, yo, I got my other man with me in guest, and he's returning to our show. Man, I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
This is the returning guest, Ezra from Brunch Boxing. And let me tell you something. I am the most active guest on Ring Gang Radio. I'm defending the crown. See, I think that when I go on the show, I don't say, oh, let me just go on there and let me do, just add something. No, I want to be the best guest you guys ever had. I want to bring something to the table. So that's what I'm trying to deliver here. And I'm trying to defend the crown as often as possible. It's like the hardcore title, 24/7. Anytime that the crown needs to be defended, the crown will be defended. I thank you guys for having me. I'm ready to talk Morale Benavides.
So you're trying to be Ring Gang Crash Holly up in here, right?
That's yes, sir. Yes, sir. I tell you, whether I'm at a store, I'm at a playground, wherever I'm at, the crown can be defended.
Yeah, that's how it is, yo. I like that. I like that mentality, man. Try to be the best guest on our show, man. I like that. You know what I'm saying? And again, welcome back as usual. You know what I'm saying? You were great when we did the preview and everything like that, but. Yeah, man. Now with the recap show, PBC had their first pay-per-view of the year, headlined by Benavides versus Morel. And safe to say that it largely lived up to it largely lived up to its hype. It was exciting to watch, saying it was very entertaining as fuck to watch too.
Main event didn't start at 1:30 or 1 o'clock.
Well, it ended like after midnight, though. I think, yeah, definitely, yeah, because I was at fucking.
That's cool if it ends after.
Well, I mean, that's better than your fucking Top Ranker, fucking Riyadh season events, the late night ones that fucking end at like 2:30.
Yeah, that's better than waiting to see a goddamn Michaela Mayer main event start at damn 12 o'clock, 12:15 at nighttime, like.
Yeah, that shit's crazy as fuck though. Unless it's like it's a fight of the year, like she did with that French chick. Then it's like, oh, okay, this is what I'm talking about.
Her last several fights been fight of the years that they just throw at late night on some she's gonna go hard, but
but
start at 11:45.
But that French chick though, that shit was extra fight.
Yeah, no, that was.
Yeah. She be having fucking. Fight of the years on fucking 2 o'clock in the morning on some ECW shit.
Facts. See, King P know what I'm talking about. Like, it's right in between the time of ECW is starting and then Cheaters is starting. Like, it's right around there. Like, it's just too fucking late, man.
Yeah.
But shout out to Michaela Mayer, because I can't remember a female boxer having as many fight of the years as she's had.
Yeah,
she's had maybe 3
at least. Yeah,
at least, and 2 was in 1 year. So I mean, damn.
Yeah. And then of course, she has a rematch with Sandy Ryan, which will preview much in later weeks, like we'll get to that one, but that's definitely going to
be. No, we can't forget about that thrilling, scintillating co-main event there too, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Let's put it this way, though. If that nigga loses his belt on that card, he's absolutely he's winky right for 2025 and beyond.
I ain't gonna lie, he's a future, like his opponent is a future parlay nominee.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I'm already betting against him on that one. I'm just making sure of that because I didn't because now it's clear that he was the one that caused all that fuckery. So we'll
say thank you to him because we got the standing on this fight. So
straight up, facts, absolutely though. But
although we could have got both though, I mean he's still fucked up.
He's still fucked up though. But
hell yeah, fuck that nigga. We could have got both.
Yeah, no, Boots is standing on this at least. Now they came together for one of the most anticipated fights of the year, and he's fighting a mandatory that's probably ranked outside the top 10. So hey. Hey, I mean, I hope whatever Bob is paying you is worth that. but back to the PBC pay-per-view, man. It was, like I said, it was very exciting. I mean, I know I watched that at Dave and Buster's because now I think Dave and Buster's carries all the PBC. It's going to carry all the PBC pay-per-views going forward. Because they had that, and they had Royal Rumble right next to the TV. I was watching that too, so it was like, oh damn, I'm watching bullshit at the same time. This is what's up.
Nigga.
Damn, that's dope. Just like me.
Hold on. You can't even say that because I wasn't the only one. Pat was, Ezra was watching the Royal Rumble.
You motherfucking ring gang ass goddamn niggas.
We all were, nigga. You outcast.
Motherfuck y'all, shit. Like y'all niggas be cheating on. No wonder y'all can't score fights good. Y'all be watching other bullshit at the same time. This is why I always grill y'all for your fucked up scoring for fights. This is why I grill
hilarious. Because I messed up the Fulton Figueroa's card when I was scoring because I kept getting stuck watching the Royal Rumble because I was like, oh no, like they're really. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was like, they're gonna do it. They're gonna screw over Jay. They're not gonna let him get it. And then they got it. And I was like, oh, I missed like half this round. So I had to cancel my scorecard. I had to be like, okay, I'm gonna hold this one off. I'm gonna hold this one off.
I know. I wonder what wrestling event was going on during the first fight. Or maybe a boxing fight of the year got in the way of that one. Shit. Y'all niggas, this is why I be pressing y'all about scoring fights, because niggas be literally, damn, hold on. What the fuck is Hulk Hogan going on? Oh, they booing Hulk Hogan. Oh, wait, hold on. The Rock came back? Oh, wait, damn. Brandon Rios landed 3 jabs. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Nah, I mean, no, for me, though, when it comes to, like, a fight I really invested in, I watch it. I focus on that,
Yeah, but then you be the most inebriated out of all these niggas. So it's like, the fuck? It's always something. Like, either Pat with his goddamn 17 computer screens, King P either at the event or looking at his phone, and then you motherfuckers just looking at two TVs. Like, shit.
Nigga, I was watching boxing. Like, I mean, well, at least on the first fight, there was no need for a judge, with Jesus Ramos and fucking Jason Rosario, and pretty much, like I said, like I think most of us said in the preview, this was just a layup for Ramos to get back into, what he was before the loss to Lubin. And
he looked good. Yeah, this was just we really need y'all to take Rosario out to pasture type fight.
Yeah,
it took him too long. It still took him too long, in my opinion. The fuck.
I kind of get it, but Rosario was kind of tough. But I kind of get it.
What round did Suppleman? What round was it?
Didn't the ref have to wave it off? What was it? What round was it? I forgot.
I think it was the 8th.
Yeah, 7th or 8th. Two fucking.
Yeah, it was 8. Yeah, it was 8.
I mean, because honestly, the fight should have been stopped once he dropped, dude. Because that drop was like that nigga fell heavy.
He was hurt. I mean, first
like, that was like you just put some potatoes on the floor.
By the third round to me, it was evident, 100% evident that Rosario had nothing left. Like he was just damaged goods. So I was like, I gotta watch this for 5 more fucking rounds. Yeah, I was not happy.
Damn, you sound like my fucking sister. Like, if fights aren't a fight of the year, she'd be like, damn, nigga, God, do something.
Well, I mean, nigga, it didn't need. I mean, that no one expected that fight to be fight of the year. And now, if that was fight of the year, that means something went horribly wrong.
No, it's more so because it's like she likes shit to be competitive. Like Like Rosario, and she was like, Rosario was barely trying. Like what the fuck is your problem? Then remember too, like we all seen the Herd Rosario fight, and she still pissed at that. So
yeah, I mean,
that shit just carried over. Like, damn, this nigga again.
Who'd your sister thought won that fight? The Herd Rosario.
It was a legit draw, but I lean towards Rosario. Really,
I don't know. I'll say this. Maybe it's not that I want it to be competitive. It's just I get like when I see a fighter is clearly shot and has nothing, I start like in my house screaming like fucking like to Lennox Lewis, screaming to Lennox Lewis when the Tyson fight. He's a ghost. Fucking get him out of there. Like.
I think like real, like all boxing fans kind of do that shit.
I mean, I felt that way with Haney Gambo. You know, like I feel that way with like these young cats that can't get these niggas.
I feel that way with a lot of Haney fights, nigga.
Yeah,
like,
Haney Gambo,
bring up.
Yeah, a lot of Haney Shakur. You know, I'm just saying, like I feel a piece in.
Boy, don't even get me started. Like, stop running.
Ezra, what'd you think of Ramos and Rosario?
I think, like, of course, Ramos looked good, but he was kind of just fighting a punching bag. Like, it's like kind of saying, like, he looked good shadowboxing. You know what I mean? Like, he did. He was able to do whatever the hell he wanted because the guy in front of him couldn't do anything. Like, he was shot. I will say this, though. I thought Rosario was going to go out way earlier than that. So I will say, even though he got stopped brutally, I was a little bit impressed with his durability because I thought he was going to break, like I said, like the Stone Cold music. I thought he was going to break like as soon as he hit, Stone Cold music was going to hit. But he didn't. He took a beating in there, you know what I mean? But he's shot. They didn't take away his license, like, honestly. But that is what it is. I don't need to see him again, not even on Pro Box, not on anything. I don't need to see him on anything. And let's see what Ramos does. I'm curious if Ramos stays at this weight, but it looks like he's going to go back to 154, and we'll see what he does there.
Yeah, I mean, most likely it was just like, I wouldn't say it's a maybe test. It was just, okay, this is like that first fight back. You know, they're offering me a soft touch at a division that's a little bit higher up than me. So, yeah, let me just take this. Let me get this easy bread and then just go back to 154 and try to get back in the mix.
Somebody got to take that. Yeah. Somebody take that belt from Lara. Somebody got on that PBC side, like Jamel. Somebody take that belt from that 50-year-old Cuban, please. What are you doing here? Somebody.
I gotta agree with Pilot on that.
It was supposed to be that. Yeah, it was supposed to be who's the dude that lost to Kyron Davis? Elijah Garcia. It was supposed to be him, and he fumbled the bag, blowing weight, 20 years old and shit. Like, yeah. So somebody, come on, make middleweight great again. Let's go.
Yeah, they said, why can't Elijah Garcia and Ramos' career be good at the same time? Like, why do these niggas be taking turns of who to look good and who to look bad? Like, damn.
Yeah, I don't know, but Ramos, though, I mean, like I said, basically, it was, he broke down Rosario. It's just crazy too, because Rosario wasn't necessarily in that whole 154 mix, even though he won the belts. Like, dude was basically, I wouldn't say he was a jobber, but he was like a fringe contender who got lucky with getting J-Rock at the time that he got him. Like,
he was big that night. Pause. He was looking like that was like one of those reminded me of like Munguia, Saddam Ali, situation. It's just like this random nigga just looking big for the weight. You know what I'm saying? Big and strong for the weight. Yeah, dominating the champion is on some surprise shit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. It was just and he had this little day in the sun, but now after every fight that he's in, it's just like he's taking beatings. It's like I don't think he's wanted to fight on American soil since that J-Rock fight. It's like it's time to let him like retire, like go fight in Dominican Republic or something like that. But
they don't need that blood on their hands, bro. Chill.
Yeah, no, but I mean, but like I said, we all knew what that fight was for Ramos, and he at least passed that test. So, like I said, hopefully he goes back to 154. Obviously, 154 is the best division in boxing. Get back in the mix. Who knows? Like and maybe
a decent opener for what it was.
What's that?
It was a decent opener for what it was. We ain't have big expectations. It was more so to see. At least Ramos, can you put punches together? Can you fight like you give a damn? And can you make us forget about the Lubin fight? And he checked off every box.
Right.
Could have done it a little more urgently. Could have took maybe 2 rounds off earlier to get it done faster. But we not holding it against you. So, because the ref in Rosario corner could have stopped it earlier too. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the ref.
These niggas weren't. He wasn't going to turn it around. The fuck.
Exactly. Like there was nothing in there, but
I don't want to just blame Ramos too much because he was putting shots together, like and we dropped them. That should have been it. Then I thought that was a punctuation mark.
Right.
In fact, I went another fucking round.
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, Rosario just retired. Like you had a decent career. You became champion, which is more than most other people have actually done in the sport.
Unified champion. Shit.
Unified champion at that. Yeah. But his time is up. Like, because else is just gonna get worse and worse. But the second fight though definitely made up for. Well, we got a decent opener.
Real quick.
The second fight was a fight of the year slugfest.
Hold on, real quick. Adi Medi, was it the first time Banana got dropped? No, he's been dropped multiple times.
Yeah, damn, bro. Hey, what up? Hey, what up, DZ? What it do? Salute, Ring Gang, gang, bro. And I let him see the. I sent him the picture, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
I know you ready for that rematch.
I'll make sure we get that picture because that's in like in a week or so that we're gonna probably do the preview on.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you on WhatsApp in the other chat. Yeah, because I don't want you to forget it. But
speaking of Rosario getting, if he's been dropped before, he's the only guy I've ever seen get CTE from a body shot against Charlo. I mean, he's really without cold.
I shaking and convulsing.
I never saw somebody catch convulsions on that body shot. Some people thought it was some fake. I was like, no, it's not fake, but it's just a weird reaction. That was crazy. That was a crazy one.
Yeah, I mean, if you take like a full-fledged shot to the solar plexus, actually, but dude just took a jab, and I'm not saying the jab can't take your breath away, but not in the way that that it took his away. Like it's not. That's a weird reaction.
The way he was reacting, it's like that's what like your body go through when like you're dehydrated, you're cramping, you're dying.
Jason Rosario is, I always say, Jason Rosario is who everyone claims Keith Thurman is. He's so weak to the body. He's so weak to the body. No, motherfucker, Rosario, that's weak to the body. Motherfucker, not like fucking getting knocked down and dropped and having convulsions from body shots.
Yeah.
You throw a damn tissue real hard at the Rosario body and you might hurt him. Like you ball up paper, you flip a staple, you flip the little paper football, you might could KO Rosario body. So I don't know.
Yeah, but it's just sad though, just to see someone who's just so shot. But like I said, you give him a payday, you give him, and that's his role now. A jobber to the stars though.
Yeah, but he ain't doing it as good as Trout was. Like Trout was still giving you quality rounds though, and every now and then he'd get a real draw. Right.
True.
And at least somebody he'll get a draw against a real contender. Like if you getting a draw at her, like that was literally PBC's version of Pedraza Comey.
Facts.
You knew it, but didn't give you half the good fight either. Like at least Pedraza Comey gave you the damn good fight though.
That's awesome.
Heard Rosario just pissed us off. Like, damn, why couldn't this be 3 years ago?
Yeah, 3 years ago would have been interesting, and her would have probably ended this shit. But now it's just like, I'm just gonna forget that fight ever existed.
wait, hold on. Android, you said you had casuals over for this one. Great event. Damn, man. Did any of them ask about who was the promoter? Did anybody over there ask for like the promoter's opinion? Like, I know that's a big thing over there on the zone cards. People really care about what Eddie Hearn got to say. So I didn't know if niggas was like, hey, yo, Android, is Al Heyman going to give away cars? Is he going to come and speak? Like, so, just making sure.
So I'm sure he'll answer.
That body shot was so vicious, it had people debating if it was real. Hell yeah, if you see a nigga brocking up, Harlem shaking after a body shot, like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking think it's real. There's something wrong. He got peeled quick.
Yeah, you did. But like
DCB having me cracking up in the chat, bro.
But like I said, the second fight though, that was a pure slugfest with Isaac Cruz and Angel Fierro. Now, it was 10 rounds. It was a hell of a slugfest too. But this is where I think Cruz got a little bit of a gift. Certainly the gift, like where it was a 98-92 for him, like that didn't exist in that fight at all.
Nah. The scores were bad, but I don't think it was no robbery. Like I could understand either way, but I do feel like Pitbull landed the harder shots. Like I do give him the edge.
A little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Fierro was giving it to him. Pause a little,
he
more
was.
than I expected. You know, maybe
Pharaoh actually rocked Pitbull, like really rocked.
Yeah, he did. He did.
How many times Pitbull rocked that nigga? Damn.
Pharaoh kind of hurt him. I thought Pitbull won, you know, by a round or so. But
I thought Pharaoh won like 96, 94. I thought
you're the nigga who doesn't like Pitbull, bro. We get that. Like,
I'm not the only one he thought he lost, bro. Like I just say, like I thought he really lost. He got outworked. But I mean, but this fight kind of really showed. I mean, number one, Pharaoh. Because I knew Pharaoh was going to be tough because I saw him on the fucking Pero and Matias card, and dude was like warring on that one too. Although he lost that fight and he lost that one clear, a lot clearer than this Pitbull one. But I was like, this fight's gonna be hard. But Pharaoh showed like a really good chin because it seemed like once it got to the second half of the fight, he wasn't really faced by Pitbull's shots like that. Like he was walking right through him at times.
I don't know if he walked right through them just because the impact was still jarring him. Like,
well, I mean, it was enough that you could see Pitbull gassed. Like, Pitbull was just like, that was the one thing. I think
that usually happens when you're chucking bombs at a nigga and you can't knock him out. Like, you do that for 6 rounds. Like, niggas gas.
Pitbull, he's a stocky guy, but I feel like the size wise, 140 is a lot asking from him. Like that, whenever the rumors of the 147 shit was kind of insane. I mean, 130. He's a small. I mean, his height's like a 130 pounder. He's a little big, so lightweight would probably be the best. But
I think 140 is like he can't go above that. Like 140 is good for him.
I feel like he's gonna get like 140. He'll eventually get stopped. I mean, I think eventually.
Yeah. I mean, he goes to 147, he will get stopped. But 140. I mean, truthfully, he shouldn't.
He punched hard for 142. I didn't think he was gonna punch as hard as he does at 140.
And he does, and he carried his power up though. But like I said, his defense ain't where it needs to be get into these type of fights that he's getting into.
You compare his defense from the Tank fight to now, it's like night and day. Like,
and the fun things too is like, because we all know like Cruz doesn't like to fight defensive people. Like anyone who's on the defensive, he's like, nah, like I'm good on that. Like, that's the reason.
He don't like runners, bro. Like. Yeah, you can have defense, but he don't like. Which Fierro actually moved pretty well at times, but it just Cruz was still able to get to him. But
yeah, he was. And that was the thing. So that's why he was able to. Those punches found that mark though. But yeah,
like you could move, but just not too much. Like
that fight was competitive as fuck too. Like, because I know where I was in Dave & Buster's. Like everyone, like, because that show was on 7 different TVs. And people were just like watching, like, ooh, like that was that type of shit. Like they were throwing like proper hands. So like I'll give it to Cruz as a boxer. Cruz is self-aware that he has struggle in his boxing, but he knows where his bread is buttered. Like he wants to in slugfest. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, Pitbull's limited. We sound like we're shitting on him hella tough. But I've never seen a fight other than maybe the Rayo fight that's been kind of boring. That dude's always in exciting.
Wait, the Rayo fight wasn't even boring, bro.
It wasn't really. It wasn't boring, but I'm just saying, for Pitbull standards, it was boring. You know what I mean?
Man, people don't know the fuck he talking about sometimes, bro. Like,
Rayo took them apart. That was what excited to me. I was like, Rayo really showed how overrated he was. That was the exciting.
And that was the most exciting boxing lesson. You don't really get boxing performances like the Rayo Pitbull, where the person who's doing the outboxing is really throwing hard punches. Like that was the difference. Like it's usually a nigga running around minimalized boxing, but this motherfucker was really turning Pitbull and throwing hard shots and combos.
Yeah, you could even give. There's no way you could actually rob Rayo of that division because Rayo's he's a hard puncher. So for him to actually show that type of wrinkle in his game was impressive as fuck.
And he did. It's not like he stayed his ground enough to where Pitbull could throw hands. Because Pitbull did get him on some turns, and he did get. That's why it was competitive. Like I thought Pitbull got 4 rounds, but. He clearly lost, and you clearly see he struggles with niggas with lateral movement. Like damn, bro, do something about it.
Learn how to cut off the ring or something.
Because even the lesser fighters, when they employ that tactic, they get a better they get better against you because Fierro movement ain't as good as damn Venezuela or Rayo, but
yeah,
it allowed him to kind of reset and set up his combinations better.
Mm-hmm.
He allowed okay, let me step around, and then he was launch his volley of shots, so it worked for him. But I still don't think he won. But I don't have a problem with him if somebody had him winning though. Like it's like a Lomachenko-Haney fight. Could go either way, even though I thought Lomachenko won, so that's how I kind of look at it.
I just figured if it's the in-house fighter A side and it's like a 8-4-7-5, more than likely the A side's gonna win. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, when I heard 98-92, I already knew that shit was in. Like, yeah, there was no way.
That was ridiculous. It was a 96-94 type of fight, bro. All this other shit was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was that, and even 97-93 was a stretch. But
because nobody dominated like that. Like if you have another round or two, but fuck, where you get 97s and 98s from?
Yeah, like there was none of that in that fight though. But like I said, but as far as Slugfest goes, Fight of the Year candidates go, that fight was it. You know what I'm saying? Like. And funny thing too is I think Cruz, if I'm not mistaken, I think Cruz said he didn't even want to run it back with Rayo after that because he said he did.
He said that in the build up. He's like, I don't want to run around the ring basically.
I'm just thinking that's the one thing that just bothers me about Pitbull because like I don't hate him like how Pat do. Like I fucks with him. Like he has entertaining fights. He's good at what he does, but just that is stain to not want to improve against a certain style. That shit just rubs me the wrong way. Like niggas, like I can understand if he's talking specifically about Shakur Stevenson, then go ahead. But the little movement that he's encountered from Tank and Rayo is like, nigga, chill, bro. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, he wants a Tank fight again for what? Because
he'll put up with it against Tank because the payday, but. Just the whole like, and he would, he would talk down about it at Tank if a payday wasn't attached to it.
Ain't nobody trying to see that shit again. Like,
bro,
it lost its luster. I mean, at one time, I could see why they would make it, but it's I don't want to see that no more.
Well, because too many other opponents started raising in clout that are like better fights for Tank. Like the Pitbull fight, if that was supposed to happen. We wanted to see that happen if Tank fight 3 times a year. If did you squeeze in Pitbull, boom, pause. Then you go to the next nigga, but not this shit.
Because I assume the eventual plan was for Pitbull to keep that 140 belt, and eventually Tank would move up to fight him for that 140 belt. But that didn't happen. You fucked the payday up when you lost to Rayo.
Yeah,
but with Pitbull too, it's like that. I mean, dude was a mandatory to Haney, to Shakur. He didn't want those fights. I was like, if you at least took those fights and maybe even won it, okay, then a Tank fight would have actually been something, something to build. But
then when he finally fought a good person, it's like it was a Guybera fight and he ain't look good in it. So it kind of just took him too long to put Sword the purpose. Like niggas was giving him a chance because. It was like, okay, because then he got the Gamboa fight afterwards, right?
Yeah, and that fight shouldn't have happened either. But I mean,
it shouldn't have happened. But I understand. It's like, yo, okay, let's get Pitbull a highlight reel KO and keep it going. I didn't mind that, but then it's like you can't keep reliving the same situation. After the Gamboa fight, it was supposed to be like, all right, let's get Cabrera, let's get somebody else, let's get Haney, Shakur, let's get somebody of a higher caliber. And that shit never happened. And then the other fight happened. Then it's like, all right, we kind of done now. Whatever.
Marquise, he says Tank Pitbull 2 will be on the Andre Benavidez 2 on the card. That shit been sailed.
Facts. No, that's facts.
It's facts. It's absolutely.
Oh yeah, DZ. We gonna talk about that Shields Perkins fight after the PBC joint. Yeah, we definitely. Sure. Yeah, he definitely fucking wobbled it. Shit.
Did y'all watch real quick? Did y'all watch the heavyweight fight before that or no?
Oh, bro, we'll get to that.
Okay.
This nigga literally just heard me tell DZ like, yo, we go. Oh, this nigga produce a scroll up moment every time.
But Cruz and Ferro though, definitely got the crowd ready. Like it's like okay, yeah, they ready for the
Fight of the Year candidate, right?
It was a good fight. I don't know about fight of the year. It's just
that shit was definitely a fight of the year.
We don't know. We don't know. The year just started, so but it was.
I mean,
even Benavidez, Morrell was a fight of the year candidate. Like the fuck. The year just started. Like y'all can't give me just one and not the other. Like the fuck out of here.
No, I'm not saying that too. Fight of the year. Like I'm not gonna do fight of the years in fucking February. Like, bro,
dude, how many times have we gotten fight in the years early in the year? A fight of the year is a fucking fight of the year, bro.
What are we comparing it to? Like,
it don't matter, dude. Look, it don't fucking matter because we're comparing it. Okay, look, let's compare it to the last fight of the year we had in February, nigga. How about that? Let's compare it to a previous fight of the year in February, January.
Last year, Raymond Ford and what's his name, Odebek. I think they won. Beginning of the year, and that was like a fight of the year candidate.
Yeah, I was there for that one too. Wow.
Yeah, that was my fight of the year for sure. I mean, that's still probably my fight of the year. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, pilot. That was too early. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't like saying fight of the year in fucking February. Like,
if you get a fight of the year that early, it's a fucking fight of the year. Don't matter if it's December 31st. Or January 1st, nigga.
I think it's the first limit on candidates. That's the question. Then is there a limit on candidates? Because I don't think there's a limit on candidates for fight of the year.
I don't know. There's not.
No, nigga, we be going up the goddamn 10. Dude, 2019, we up here at like, damn, this number 12 fight of the year.
That's what I'm saying. So you could be fight of the year whenever because there's no limit on candidates. You're just a candidate for fight of the year.
I mean, it'll probably be. I mean, it'll like right now, it'll be. But right now, we're just having our first. King P and Shutter semantic battle of 2025.
No, this ain't a semantic battle, bro. It's basically this. Like, it's just like how all the other times you have early candidates, like Ezra just said, and as the year goes by and other names get thrown in there, some candidates still remain at the top while some go down. Like
some go down, yeah. No, I agree. I mean, remember
Castaño Lara was a fucking fight of the year, like candidate, like March. But by the time fucking Peterson Yippiness came, that kind of went down. And then when you had Hurd, J-Rock, and then Ruiz, Joshua, it's like we don't even talk about Castaño Lara like that. And that still was a great fucking fight. Mm-hmm. But it's because all those other great fights happened afterwards.
Yeah,
so
I think that's one of my favorite fights.
This could happen.
One of my favorite fights last year, what happened in January, beginning of the year, was Maloney versus Sanchez. That was a
fight. That was a legit fight.
That was a fight of the year.
That was a hard fight too.
Looking now, Maloney Sanchez is up there. Kirill Shinga. Yeah, I mean there were some good fights in February.
Pat. I'm sorry, not Pat. Fucking.
I mean the first.
Goddamn stipulations.
The first Wardley Clark was in March. You know what I'm saying? The first Wardley Clark fight was one of the best heavyweight fights for sure last year.
You're only 3 months in, bro. Wait, chill.
Yeah,
I know Wardley's your guy, but chill. It's too early, nigga. Man, King P be killing me, nigga, with the fucking. Well, I mean, the song was dope. The beat was 10 out of 10, but it was only 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and I just felt like we needed more clarity on the lyricism at the end. So I'll score it a 9. Like what? Like 10s across the board. Like even Pilot said a 10, nigga. But you know I am about short songs. Like get the fuck out of here, nigga. But yeah, my bad. We could keep going. Shit.
You gotta love semantic battles though. But
this ain't even a semantic battle.
Nigga, we have a name for it, so just roll with it, bro.
All right, we roll with it. I don't even think King P considers this a semantic battle. Like,
bro, it has a name. Just roll with it, bro. It has a name.
All right, whatever. We'll roll with it. I don't think Fiora won the fight, by the way. I had Pitbull winning. It was
okay. Thank you. We can agree on that.
Real quick before we go to the next fight, let me ask P. Was that the best fight on this card?
Was that the best fight in this card?
What's your opinion?
I think I enjoyed the main event a little bit more, but this was that Pitbull Fiora was a little bit more
competitive, a little closer, right? Okay.
Pitbull Fiora was really good too. I'm not mad at anybody that likes that one.
Fiora might be more competitive. I think it's just the drama with Benavidez makes us like that one more.
The anticipation for it too. You anticipated for that fight. So you're at the
because just think about it. remember, like you could kind of give if you wanted to, you could score the Pitbull Pharaoh fight a draw, and I don't think nobody would have a problem with that.
Right.
That's what I had. I had it a draw.
Oh, okay. See, I don't have no problem with that. But even though I felt like Pitbull won, I get that. But you couldn't do that with no fucking Benavidez Morel. Like Benavidez was a clear winner. Like Morel took maybe 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was that exciting. It was an Eric Morales fight, really. It was a PBC version of Munguia Rosado, nigga. Like,
what a comparison.
But yeah, we still got one more fight to talk about before we even get into that. So y'all
yeah, the co-main. Now the co-main is when we all thought there was gonna be a fight of the year that was gonna pop off with Stephen Fulton, and Brandon Figueroa. But yeah, I will say, because a lot of us thought that Fulton mentally wasn't there after the Monster loss, and then the Castro fight too, where he basically, I thought he lost the Castro fight. It was that close, and he got knocked out.
He got a gift there. I agree with Pat. He got a gift there on that one.
Yeah. So
because if you don't get dropped, it's a little different. But bro, you got dropped hard.
He got dropped hard, man. That's the thing. Yeah, if he didn't get dropped, maybe But
it's hard to get. Yeah, it's hard to give you the fight, man. And maybe we give you a draw without the drop. But bro.
But yeah, and then his tweets have all been like, kind of been like,
he's came off like he's mental health for him is a big concern, definitely.
My mama said, "There goes that house."
Yeah, really, I expected Fulton to get stopped, and it would be a little sad, but.
I looked at his boxing kit, nigga. I thought he was, because this nigga came out there in fucking, was it jorts and fucking
Jorts and Timbs.
Yeah, Timbs. I saw some companies. I saw some companies tweeting about it. That was a good look for him, but yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I thought this nigga lost his damn mind. I was like, what is this nigga?
Did y'all see his gum shield?
He had a suit only Goosen would approve, bro.
But did y'all see that gum shield? Did y'all see that gum shield that said "fuck you"?
Yeah, yeah, I saw it. Like, I really thought dude was.
I heard that was for Nazis.
Those jorts were John Cena approved. They were definitely John Cena approved.
Yeah, I was like, yo, this nigga is wild.
I ain't got no problem with him though, because like niggas down here, like niggas, we rock the jean shorts and shit.
Fulton came. Marquis said Fulton came in his Def Jam Fight for New York gear.
Bars. He did.
It's like you took Steven Nelson's, from the Madrimov Crawford card. He took that swag and went OD on it a little bit with because remember Nelson had the design saggy pants. Remember that?
Yeah, but this nigga Fulton looked like a fucking Streets of Rage 2 character. Like, come on, like.
No, you gotta get updated. He look more like Streets of Rage 4. Nigga, like he was wearing like the newer shit. He had the new Timbs, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the Tim boots were crazy because you could see even like the laces. They had a little thing on the side with the laces still, in that little.
I ain't gonna lie. For this weekend of boxing, Tim's got mad love this whole weekend. Like,
I'm saying,
y'all should just send niggas. Y'all should send Shields and Fulton like a care package. That's all I'm saying. Because I ain't see Tim's mentioned this much in a weekend of boxing, if ever.
No, not at all. But apparently though, those Tims must have instilled him the confidence, because he put a whooping on Brandon Figueroa. I was not expecting that. Like, and here's the truth, because Figueroa has been on that one fight a year bullshit. Like, dude's been stagnating his whole career with that shit. And he's been looking mid since he's actually went up to 126. Let me start with that Maxeo fight. He looked beatable as fuck, even though he won. But he's been looking just like
that was that was a major letdown. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I was kind of, I know me and LB are kind of high on Figgy in regard to that style. I want to hear what LB says, but for me, it's a major letdown because I expected, everybody wanted to see Figgy, at 126 in the mix, and clearly we know he had flaws and faults, but clearly styles make fights, and for some reason, especially with the last fight, Fulton. He can't beat Fulton. It's weird. It was really weird.
Well, his thing, I think LB, because he said something. He tweeted something too. He said that that fight reminded him of Tony and Sam Peter. Like, the first fight is the controversy. Like, everyone, Sam Peter got the decision, even though he probably shouldn't have. But it was,
Ain't no probably about it, bro.
Wait,
like he lost that fucking fight.
That's the one where Tony said, look at him, you're looking ugly like Larry Holmes. After you're looking ugly like Larry Holmes.
But this fight around, the second fight around, like there was no moonwalking. Like I think Figueroa, I don't know. I don't think Figueroa. I mean, I don't know if either he was like struggling to make 126, but his volume wasn't where it needed to be. Like there was something about it that was off about him.
He was missing that like the turbo boost button. Like it just felt like the controller was broken. Like anytime you held down R1 to make this nigga, be more aggressive, that shit wasn't working. Like he would push his punches, all of that.
He did mention in a couple of the press conferences before about he kind of mentioned 130 a little bit, so maybe that could be a built-in excuse. I don't know, but it has some validity to it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unfortunately, but he was it's kind of a big dude for a featherweight 122. So it's like,
but it just seemed like he. I mean, like he has the power, but it just seemed like Fulton was just rat-tat-tat-tat all over his face because Figueroa got marked up. Like at the end of that fight, you can see that he got trademarked and everything. Like he got outboxed. Like Fulton was putting hands on him, but now Fulton had a little bit more power.
It was target practice, bro. That's all. I don't even think power got nothing to do with it. Like Figueroa wasn't giving this nigga enough issues to do anything. Like Fulton just had to just keep landing.
Yeah, and it wasn't like Fulton was touching rope. Like that's the thing. Like his back was always on them ropes, but Figueroa couldn't do anything about it. Like it was like
yeah. And sometimes he'll drive him to the ropes, but then he'll get countered off the ropes. So it's like, bro, like you may as well get whooped on in the middle of the ring if that's all you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Like, I'm gonna take him to the ropes, pop, pop, pop. Like, oh, shit, bro. Like just keep it here.
Yeah, Fulton made him look. And then it looked real one-dimensional, like, and like there was like almost like no, like Fulton had no fear. There was no moonwalking, like none of that. Like he took Figueroa's like the best shots he took him and returned it back, and like it was a surprisingly complete performance. But where we were expecting a fight of the year candidate, another one, and it was now like Figueroa was truly took an L in this fight. Like
he reminded me of his brother. I mean, he looked exactly like his brother late in the career. Like the thing about those guys' styles, like they kind of have a short window, you know what I mean? And they kind of benefit. Easy. They kind of benefit from in the lower weight, like when they're in the lowest weight they could possibly be. And as they move up, they become less effective, and they're not being able to bully their opponents like that. And I just seem like he just looks to me like he definitely looks shy. He definitely looks like he doesn't have it anymore. And I think that mentally he's not gonna have it anymore. And you're probably gonna hear things like you heard when Jared Hurd was kind of at the end, that he's gonna work on his defense more. He's gonna look to box more, use his range more. It's not his style. He's gonna be a lesser fighter going forward. So
we've been saying that he Brad Figueroa needed to work on his defense for a minute, even especially after that Seha fight, which he should have took a loss, where he was getting his head beaten for like the last 5 rounds of that fight. Like,
see, the problem with pressure boxers is a lot of them don't really start caring about their defense until it's too late. They care about their defense after the fight of the years, after the damn grueling 10 rounds. Care about it before it gets to that shit.
But also too, like some guys just don't have the ability to be good at defense. Like it's like his ability. Like
bullshit. Ain't no fucking such thing as you don't have the ability. You don't have the ability to learn. Yeah, you don't have the ability to fucking read. Like what the fuck?
Some guys don't. Like
you can't use dog new tricks all the time. You can't.
Like that's the thing. That's like okay, you have basketball players, right? They're in the league for 5 years and never learn a post move. Like, and they just physically can't. Like, you could look at like Sean Bradley in the NBA.
Physically can't. It's like, nigga, you gotta be retarded.
He makes a good point. He makes a good point because there's this Rockets player named Amen Thompson who everybody thinks he's a jump shot away, but some NBA players just don't.
But he can't figure it out, and that's what it is. And some of these guys are not gonna figure it out. Like one thing about him, he's not very coordinated. Like that's the truth. He's not going to get coordinated all of a sudden. He's not going to get ultimate reflexes all of a sudden. He's just not going to get that. Now, his best
it's more like a skill set. It's more but learning and drills and shit.
Those skills take abilities, though. To do it at the highest level, it takes abilities. Like, you're not going to just figure out. Like, here's the thing that gets you frustrated sometimes. I remember one time they asked Timothy Bradley, what does Joyce need to do this fight? And he goes, he needs to move his head a little bit. It's like, hey, he doesn't do that, though. He's going to do what he does best. And if you try to add that, you're gonna make him a lesser fighter.
Yes,
like,
we're not saying that in the essence of fucking like it's an in round. Like, okay, yeah.
No. But I'm saying he's saying that. But he's saying that going into the fight. He was saying that going into the fight. Like he needs to move his head more in this fight. And like,
yeah, because this is the thing. We've been seeing boxing for years. We've seen people make adjustments and get there. Like,
name a guy
usually it's something inside you or your coaching.
Name a guy that was a brute that became a great defensive fighter.
But hold on, wait. See, now you're moving the goalpost. Nobody's asking. No, nigga. You're moving the fucking goalpost. No one's asking. Look, no one's asking a motherfucker to be goddamn Roberto Duran.
Okay, that's not saying great. Name a guy that was a brute that became a good defensive fighter and fought with a defensive style late in his career. No one done that.
But this is the thing. You're moving the fucking goalpost. No one's asking niggas to turn from fucking, I want David Tua to look like fucking Pernell Whitaker.
No one's
asking for that.
But what he's good at is he's good at putting pressure and smothering you. That's what he's good at. If you take it away, and
we're talking about we're talking about subtle shit that you could do that if you get drilled on it, if you have proper coaching and teaching, and if you want to learn, you can improve on that shit. We're not talking about let's just
what could you do to his game
down like he's Deontay Wilder and start him from scratch.
Yeah, but what could you do to his game? Like he's a smother fighter. His upper body leans into you. He needs to be pushing you against the ropes. So what could you add to that style?
First of all, you can fucking stop him from crouching fucking over.
That's what I'm saying, but that's the style because he's leaning on you. He smothers you. He's a smother fighter. Like that's what he's good at.
Yeah, and he'll keep eating fucking uppercuts like that too.
Yeah, 100%. So that's why when he was in the smaller weights, it was effective. Now at these other weights, he's not going to be effective. He's not ever. To me, after that performance, he's never going to be a threat to like being a top guy in the weighted class again. It's over.
Nah, he already. But see, but then he's still a victim of the boxing politics. See, this is my complaint. Like, we should be looking at a trilogy with these two.
No, that's fine. I'm okay with it. I'm not saying I don't.
Instead, this nigga, he ain't get the credit for the first fight. This motherfucker gets credit for the second one. And then now he got 2 losses to this motherfucker when he should have one. And then now his career is basically over because it's been on a downhill trajectory.
Oh, I don't think his career's over because if you remember his brother who was downhill, they gave him a lot of opportunities to come back. So he'll get opportunities to come back.
Nigga, no, we're not. When we're talking about career's over, we're not talking about him being the goddamn go-to for fades or some Robert Guerrero shit.
No.
It's like we just need to fill in a spot.
His brother got a lot of opportunities in cards on TV on good channels. Like his brother got
like dude, look, we're talking about like you're going from top level dude champion to just being on some his brother was on some cards.
Well, yeah, you got nonetheless, he's gonna have to work his way back. Nonetheless. So he probably get a tough fight next. His team probably won't want a tough fight next. But he probably could get a tough fight next if he wanted one with a decent name. His team's not going to want that. And I guarantee they're going to want to revamp his style, and it's not going to work. He's going to be a lesser fighter. I'm not saying I don't want to see him. I'll watch him, of course. He's a name, and of course I'll watch him because he could get into some interesting fights. But him being a top contender, as far as not me saying don't put him on TV, him being a top contender though, that's over. He's washed. It's not going to happen.
I mean, I will say though, Figueroa, like, I mean, if he's seriously make it, he needs to be in the ring at least 2 more times this year because
that's half the problem right there.
Yeah,
and you don't have to look. This is the thing, like with Jared Hurd, they tried to revamp his style. Like, you don't have to revamp his fucking style. Like, it's not about revamping the style; it's improving it. If you get a nigga like Jared Hurd, and the first thing you want to do is say, "All right, let's start you from scratch," then you're both wrong at that point. It's not like a Wilder type of nigga where this nigga Wilder literally does everything wrong except one thing. When you're just like, fuck, we just need you in boxing boot camp.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you get a guy, he does one thing right, and that's what got him to this level. And if you try to change everything, he's not going to be at that level anymore. That's just the truth of it.
But then you still hurt him because you don't learn anything else.
Yeah, but that's his limitations as a fighter. That's what I'm saying.
No, but then that means the promoter and the manager has to get better to protect this motherfucker. And then you lose out in the long run. Because now look at Wilder.
Like we're talking about the NBA. Some guys are just there to rebound. If I say, no, we're going to get you jump shot, we're going to get you dribbling, you can try all those things. But
look, stop fucking bringing the goddamn NBA in this shit. NBA niggas ain't getting punched in the fucking face.
No,
That's
but it doesn't
different.
matter. It's just as an athlete.
Yes, it does matter, nigga. Because look,
it doesn't.
the drive,
You can do it in any sport.
the drive
Like,
to
if you have a running
fucking
back,
protect yourself from getting your ass whooped is different than you shooting a jump shot.
If you're a running back and you're a power back, I'm
don't even bring fucking football.
Don't bring up But if you're a power back and I'm gonna send you up the middle and you're gonna take,
I don't know who the fuck that is, bro. Bring it back to football. I mean, I'm sorry. Bring it back to football. Bring it back to boxing. We not gonna make a fucking football analogy, nigga. Go to fucking football ring gang radio, nigga.
No, because it relates to all things, though, right? That's what I'm
saying.
No,
it don't, nigga. Because see, look, if you know boxing, you can keep it within boxing. You keep.
Well, I did.
Damn. If you use the backhand in tennis, that means you can use the back fist in jabbing. Like the fuck, no, nigga.
I gave you multiple scenarios, but you're pushing it back. But that's what
because it's bullshit scenarios, nigga. You making it about other sports.
You got to give an example of something that you're saying.
Do it within boxing, nigga.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm saying, give me an example of something that happened in boxing where the guy did what you're talking about.
I'll say this. I do think it's funny you mentioned Wilder because, like, that's an example of Wilder, of a guy that he was with Malik Scott, and it seemed like Malik Scott tried to turn Deontay Wilder into Malik Scott, and it didn't fucking work. He should have just did what got him to the dance floor.
All you had to look. No, hold on. But that situation, Malik Scott should have just took him to the basics on some like, well, what the fuck did Mark Breland have you doing all these years when you was twerking in the gym and fucking off? That's the type of approach he should have had. Trying to bring it back. Had this nigga watch the first Stavern fight over and over. Not revamp this nigga, try to turn him into your sorry ass.
It worked in the first round against Fury, and that was it. Like the last fight. Because that's the best. That's the best Wilder I've ever boxed. That first round, and after that, it's just been.
Nigga, if your career is just based on the best first round, fuck out of here. You have to lower the bar for fucking Wilder so much.
I get the point that Ezra was trying to make. You're not gonna turn fucking Ricardo Mayorga into Shea Mosley. It's just not gonna happen.
Nobody was making that point. That's the fucking thing I'm talking about. It's just improving on little things that someone does. Like you're not gonna turn fucking look. If you could get David Tua that have shades, like hold on, let's pick someone that's worse defense. If you could get somebody like David Lemieux to implement some shit that Chocolatito does and Golovkin does, if you could make him improve on his approach by just 10%, he's better for it. And all I'm saying is it's the same basic style. It's a power punching stalker pressure fighter. But if you could make this dude understand the art of parrying and little slipping, keeping his hands up a little more, shifting body weight, fucking slipping punches a little more, that will improve him. No one's saying, hey, nigga, you gotta fucking, I need you bob and weave like Joe Frey. I need you to do some whole other extra shit. No, just improve upon the shit that you could do since you're using this style. That's all I'm saying.
How long do you think he's been boxing, Brandon Figueroa?
For years.
That's what
but see, this is the thing. Like, look, bro,
you don't look. Try to sneak in some things.
It comes down to coaching at that point.
No, but I'm sure they try to sneak in some things like we're gonna do this, and they sure they found things.
We're not sure of anything. We're not training with these niggas.
No. But what I'm saying is he's been boxing forever. What you do is when you have someone, you're gonna find what works, and you're gonna say we're gonna maximize this. This is what works. We're gonna maximize this.
No, Ezra, I agree with what you said initially, because I became a fan of. I thought that relentless pressure style that he had at 122. At first, it was a eye sort of watch, but I grew to like appreciate it. There was a method to it at 122. Then when he went to 126, he wasn't really doing that relentless nonstop pressure. He would mix it in, but he wasn't doing that nonstop. Obviously, because the guys are a little bigger,
Yeah,
so,
they're stronger. Yeah, they're stronger. So that's what I'm saying.
I get your point. I get your overall point.
Yeah, he's the best. He's gonna those guys that
hold on. So basically, you're saying
the lowest weight they could be at.
So what Pilot's saying is, dude evolved.
No, but he got worse though. We started deteriorating because he couldn't do what he was good at. So he couldn't do what he was best at consistently.
Obviously he mixed it up. I guess you could say he added a wrinkle. He kind of.
That's just what the fuck I just said. Didn't y'all niggas just saying no? He got worse. What the fuck is it? Like, goddamn.
No, I think he got worse.
I think he got worse. He lost to Fulton worse than he did the first time.
Yeah, he got worse. He for sure got worse. We have the proof right there in the pudding of what we just saw. He definitely got worse.
Well, real quick with Fulton though. I mean, with 126, I don't know if y'all saw on the YouTube, there was a guy at 126 who was they mentioned during his fight he was supposed to fight Figueroa next, maybe. I forgot his name was like Olivios or Suelo. You remember? It was on the YouTube the last.
Olivo.
Yeah, he was a 126. I think maybe that would be a good fight for Fulton if he's not going to go to Turkey Land where all the featherweights are. I mean, that'd be a good confidence booster.
I mean, Fulton has. I mean,
he didn't need another. This was his confidence booster, nigga. Like,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think Fulton is long for 126. I think
no. He's not. But I mean,
all them niggas should hit 130 now.
No, you know what's kind of crazy? I just noticed at 126 we got Rafael Espinoza, Angelo Leo, Nick Ball, and Fulton. A year ago, these guys weren't the top guys at 126. So it's kind of crazy how. I love how it moves though. It's kind of crazy how it rapidly.
Yeah, now we just need the champions to kind of fight each other, and I mean Fulton Leo too now is actually, even though the first fight was like it was a hard fight, Fulton Leo too actually that it could probably work now for Fulton if Yeah,
I don't mind that actual rematch. Leo definitely earned it.
But Leo's getting he's I hate to say it, but he's fighting this guy named Kometa, and it seems like he's selling his goodness, basically sell his belt in Japan for a payday. Hopefully he wins that fight. Hopefully he can knock the guy out. But I'm just saying he's got a mandatory in Japan. He's got to fight first before that. So hopefully he can get past that.
I think he wins that fight.
I mean, if he's still hitting hard like he hit in that Lopez fight, shit, he knocked the fuck out that nigga. God, dog. When you put a motherfucking leg in the air, that's over.
But I also gotta say too, because with the Fulton win, obviously there's some people on Twitter, of course, boxing Twitter that's saying, oh well, I guess now just maybe he was trained against Monster, and then he'll beat Monster easily at 126. Like, why do people do this? Like,
I don't think I saw anybody see it.
No, nobody said that shit. Come on now.
Look, you talk about. I literally replied back on Twitter to some.
Hold on, time out.
Wait, y'all telling this nigga his experiences now?
Was it Ray Jackson? Wait, was it Ray Jackson? Because I didn't.
No, it wasn't no fucking Ray Jackson. I literally replied on the Ring Gang account earlier this morning, and you niggas are telling me like you niggas.
Now remember, we on a panel with niggas just knowing how Figueroa trains in the gym, niggas. So I mean, I don't know what these niggas be. These niggas be knowing what everybody be doing. So I don't know. Motherfucker tell me that. Well, I mean, he's been boxing for 20 years. So you don't think no one approached him? But motherfucker, this is boxing. Like, there's some niggas who learn certain things that they should have learned the first day. They learn fucking 6 years later. This is boxing, bro. Like, motherfuckers don't. Everybody ain't learning the same shit at the same time.
But this was definitely on Twitter because I actually replied on the Ring account because I thought it was ridiculous. Yeah, like don't let like you gotta let that Monster win stand on its own. Like he outboxed him. He didn't he outboxed him and he knocked him out. There was nothing about that fight that was like drained. Like he whooped Fulton. So like it's if it happens at 126, it will probably happen again.
Same worse.
Probably
worse.
The
only thing he was drained of was his fucking aura when he walked in that ring. That shit was just straight. I don't want to fight the school bully, but I have to. Like, nigga.
but I'll give it up to Fulton though. Like I said, we all thought he would lose, and he won a clear victory. Even though the fight wasn't necessarily the most exciting of the fight, it wasn't really too exciting. But
man, the way Figueroa looked, Fulton better had a performance of his life.
I mean, real quick, I picked Figgy to win like most people did, but I will say I am happy for Fulton. It's a mental health awareness W, and also a good start to Black History Month. I'm gonna say that a good start to it.
Yes,
because if you losing in damn modified Timbs and jeans, bro,
because I ain't gonna lie, I saw a lot of the Mexican fans, on Twitter talking that shit beforehand with Figgy, Figgy Fulton. So, what it is.
Yeah, but so yeah, Fulton has a win. At least he can, he can kind of move on, and then Figueroa though, like he really just needs to fight more. Like none of this one fight a year bullshit. That's what most of these PBC fighters are on. Like
he fight like he can't pull the trigger. Like he just like he ate something and niggas asked him to go swimming or some shit.
Yeah, and that's not. And you shouldn't have it so early in career. Like, dude barely doesn't even have 30 fights. Like, come on, like you shouldn't be at that point of career where that's a thing.
Real quick. Damn. How do you think Fulton would fare against the other featherweight champions?
I mean, I think Espinoza is a hard fight for him. Like, I don't see.
Yeah, Espinoza is a tall task for anybody 126.
Yeah,
even
he
Fulton out. Shit.
Yeah, he can beat Ball. Like Fulton can beat Ball for sure.
And he can beat Ball, but that's a good fight though.
The Ball fight's intriguing because I would probably lean a little bit with Fulton, but I could see Ball maybe hitting him with I don't know.
Nah, let Fulton get the winner and let's just get Ball Espinoza first so we can get the MTV oddities fight out the way. Then we get to the real shit.
Espinoza, Leo, and Ball are the other champions. So I mean, yeah, the fucking Espinoza is a tall task for any of those motherfuckers. So,
but I like this whole round robin shit. Give us Fulton, Leo 2, Espinoza, Ball, and then the winners fight each other. Shit.
Well, here's my thing, real quick, because again, I mentioned earlier, all the champs that are 126 are on Turkey land. So I'm wondering because Al usually Al did grace Fulton to go across the land to Japan, but I'm wondering with Al Heyman guys, he don't let everybody go play with Turkey. So I'm wondering if he's gonna let.
Didn't he just have Pitbull and Rayo play with them niggas?
Hear me out. He'll let certain guys go. He'll let disposable guys go. But I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Pause. Yeah.
Pause. But what I'm saying is he lets the guys that honestly don't really care about, but he lets the certain guys go. But other guys.
He let the B team go. I ain't gonna say like Cyclops and Storm and Wolverine. Like you'll get Jubilee, Gambit, and maybe fucking Bishop. They get like.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think featherweight. If there's one division that's probably due for a round robin tournament, like the one that they had with Showtime in the bantamweights, like was it 14 years ago?
Oh wait, hold on. I just remembered. Isn't this motherfucker champion in recess? By the way, I forgot about him. Fucking Vargas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they might make that fight, huh? They might.
Yeah, expect Fulton Vargas next.
God damn it!
No, wait, we talking about Ray Vargas?
Please don't make that fucking one of those freebies. Put it on a fucking other card. Please don't make that a fucking.
Oh, I don't even want to.
I got no problem with that being a freebie, nigga. What?
They got a goddamn freebie,
bro. No, that shit. Listen, you know my policies when it comes to fucking Vargas, because half his fights be putting me to fucking sleep. No.
Yeah, that shit could definitely be a fucking freebie. It could be the main event of the freebie.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, okay, main event on a freebie, okay, I guess, but yeah.
This nigga probably imagine you wake your ass up to argue for a fucking Ray Vargas fight on prime time. Like, bro, like nigga, you don't go back to sleep, nigga. The fuck y'all doing tonight, man? Like y'all wilding tonight. God damn, who you gonna bring back? Yeah, like what else? What other ideas you got for us, nigga? Like, come on.
I don't know. Let me think.
This nigga say, yeah, we'll bring back. He gonna get us a Paulie Malignaggi, Corey Spinks exhibition fight or some shit. Yvonne Calderon as the referee, nigga. Like, stop. Miguel Vasquez special referee, nigga. No. Keep all that boring shit somewhere else, nigga.
Yeah, that shit was so diabolical. Just that suggestion was just like I could. Yeah, nah.
The nigga probably was pissed. The nigga probably like, wait, hold on, like nigga, this need to be a damn Amazon free show on PBC, nigga. This nigga be a main event, bro.
Honestly, if that shit was ever a PBC on Amazon and that was a main event of a free card, like I'd be wondering if niggas was smoking rock, like the Ratchmakers was like having some problems, like Ready Rock.
It's either a freebie co-main for a pay-per-view. I'm sorry, a free view main event for a pay-per-view, or it's an opener for a pay-per-view, or it's a opener for Amazon Prime, or maybe a co-main for Amazon Prime. I'll give you that.
All this discussion is, I gotta say, is rest in peace to Showtime triple headers, because that held me down for a long time. It's a damn shame.
Well, everyone down for a long time. Like,
yeah, nigga, you weren't special. Like, they held down niggas so hard, bro. Like, pause.
But yeah, no, well, good shit for Fulton and Figueroa. Like, yeah, better get his ass in the ring probably in the next 4 months at least. You know, like, you get your ass back in the ring and fight. You know, get that fire back in you.
Every nigga who fought this card, I need to see fight 3 times this year, except for Rosario.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see him play undisputed 3 times this year. Like, no, like, we just gonna keep you from boxing. Like, don't even pick up Fight Night or even Mike Tyson Punch Out, nigga. Just chill off of boxing.
Facts. You know, but the main event though definitely lived up to its hype and then some with David Benavidez and David Morrell, man. You know, that it is again, that fight kind of that fight kind of embodies the spirit of 175. Where I've always said 175 is one of those fights where I don't necessarily mind if the light heavyweights don't fight as often, because when they fight the right fights, these motherfuckers get they're bruising fights. Because I always said, like, 175 has like high level punchers, like a lot of high level punching in that division, like hard punchers in that division. Like that's all they know how to do. That's why it's like, you know, when, you know, let's say a Better Beef or Yard, you know, they fight and, you know, Better Beef actually wins and they don't fight again until like maybe the end of the year. That's just 175 shit. Yeah, no. I'll say this though. Morrell with his 11 fights though did better than I expected from him against Benavidez though. And then Benavidez again, just like in the Vosdick fight. I mean, I think the days of him like really walking down and getting the stoppages like that, he's not gonna do that at 175. Not against like higher level of fighters though, but they still I think the punch will still feel his power, because Morrell at the end of that night, like you can say his face was trademarked and everything, but then
both their faces were trademarked.
Yeah, as I say at the same time, Benavidez too. Benavidez had the cut on his eyelid, like those two were in an absolute. Those two, you could tell those two were in a fight, and yeah, no, it was a bruising fight, you know. And like Morrell, I mean, obviously, I think Benavidez won that fight. Like he won it like on some, but then he got knocked down, and I don't think that was a knockdown.
Looking at the replay, that didn't look like a knockdown.
But, I mean, it looked like he just tripped, and I'm surprised they didn't call like. I mean, I thought like, you know, they have like instant replay. They can actually review knockdowns now, and like
that was a bullshit cuffing call. Like I think they did that to make the fight more competitive. Yeah. Fucking Danny Garcia knocked down a Lucas Matisse was more of a knockdown than this shit.
Yeah, but that late hit was very much late.
Yeah, that was late as fuck.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get no semantic battle out of that one, nigga.
Yeah, that motherfucker
was late as fuck.
Yeah, that was as dirty as anything.
No, but the referee let Benavidez hit the nigga 3 times after the bell, so I get 1 hit to equal 3, nigga. That's bullshit.
Well, it cost him a point though. That's what happened. It cost him. And funny so it took a 10-8 round to was it probably a 9-8? I'm guessing it's either 9-8 or 9-9, depending. No, it would be 9-8.
Ref couldn't control them niggas like that. I mean, Rome make a point. Like, it's just like the Roy Jones Griffin knockdown. If the fucking ref wouldn't have been 14 feet away on the other side, that fight plays out differently. That's why I don't like it when you got these two. You got motherfuckers who be 6'3" in the ring fighting, and the referee be like 5'7". Like,
I mean, Mills Lane used to be doing that shit all the time, bro. Like that.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Mills Lane is more reactive, faster footwork. Like some of the little niggas could do it, but but some of these motherfuckers be too slow to be that small trying to referee niggas who's like 6'3" and shit. Like, bro, like let that motherfucker be like 6 feet or something before you like, come on, man. Motherfucker be 5'5", refereeing a goddamn heavyweight title fight. Like, no. I wouldn't even have you referee the goddamn Shields Perkins fight. Them brawls too big for your little ass. Let alone Benavidez, fucking Morrell. Come on, man.
Facts. Yo, Ezra, what are your thoughts on that fight? Oh, if you're speaking, I can't. Oh, I guess he's having technical difficulties.
Yeah. But for me, I thought it was a good fight, really good fight. They was putting hands on each other. The thing I'll say about Morrell is that Morrell's not a hoe, and Morrell could definitely take punches. He not like one of them Cuban fighters that's gonna wilt, but he definitely still has some work to do. Like his shots were very like wide and loopy, and like he was trying to go tit for tat with Benavidez, but everything was like he couldn't get around his guard. He was bad. Like the hook were loopy. It was like he was very inaccurate, more inaccurate than I've seen him.
It's kind of like they came with the same toolbox, but he was missing like a hammer and a screwdriver and some shit. You know what I'm saying? like they were looking similar, but you could tell he didn't have all of the technique and shit that Benavidez had. It was weird watching them fight. It was like the younger brother fighting the older brother type shit.
Yeah, and like we mentioned before, like Benavidez was like a teenager sparring Triple G and Kelly Pavlik and all of them. Like dude got actual education with nasty hard punchers. So it was not so Morrell was something that he's never like he's seen a Morrell before. Like but like I said, the only thing that was the difference is just Benavidez at 175, his engine's gonna run a little different now because like I said, like he'll put hands on you, but he may not necessarily get you up out of there like he did at 168.
I thought in the second half, I thought he was pretty gassed. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought he was pretty gassed in the second half. And I thought like in the round 10 or 11, I was like, man, if Morrell, like, I don't know, he might be tired too, you know what I mean? But I thought he had a real opportunity there. That's why Benavidez stumbled into the floor. It wasn't a knockdown, but he just stumbled to the floor because he was pretty tired. And the same thing in the Bosniak fight. In the second half, it wasn't the same guy in the second half.
Ezra, the funny thing is, I think I mentioned it here and I mentioned it on the spaces. I like when people were like, well, Ben, and that's why I didn't pick the knockout originally because I was there like, well, Benavidez is gonna knock him out. I'm like, yo, Benavidez slowed down in the second half in those last rounds against the Bosniak fight, and I was like, is this a one-off or a reoccurring thing? I'm like, okay, maybe this is a one-off. Doesn't look like it was a one-off. Kind of looks like a reoccurring theme.
Yeah, he definitely like. I think Benavidez's defense is underrated. I think he's actually pretty skilled all the way around, but we know that his best of his game is beating you with a constant offense. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what he does. And in the second half of the fight, he's not as effective. Well, against Beerjibov or Bivol, or especially Beerjibov, I think that's trouble. In the Beerjibov fight, I looked this up and I thought it was pretty interesting. Beerjibov threw more punches in the Bivol fight than Benavidez did in the Morrell fight. That right there is not a good sign that they match up in the second half of that fight.
That's crazy. Yeah,
I think Morrell's just tougher than we thought he was too.
No, I think with Benavidez, I agree with Ezra. I think his defense and IQ is underrated. I think his size, I don't see the size, weight bully or anything. I just think that's the advantage. He's a big dude. But yeah, his defense and IQ is to me a little underrated. He did a good job. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. I don't know if we expected him to stop him. It would have been a nice exclamation point, but
Morrell's fucking tough. Like Morrell willed himself out in the damn last rounds and shit. He didn't allow himself to get stopped because he was being hurt.
Exactly what I said last week. The nigga had the toughness and grit to make it throughout the fight, but he wasn't gonna beat Benavidez. Just like I said,
because this is the thing. Like he would fire back with some explosive ass bombs that would kind of keep Benavidez in check from just steamrolling him. When he would have with Morrell be kind of, declining. Like if Morrell didn't have that heart to fire back in those pivotal moments, he would get stopped.
I don't know who else would have survived like 7 uppercuts in a row type shit. Like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's plenty of time.
I can see what Ezra's saying, that Benavidez is underrated defensively. I think the problem with Benavidez is like more just like the footwork, like some of the physical capabilities, because sometimes he'll come in, use the jab, but he doesn't have the footwork to exit out and sometimes doesn't move his head. So it leaves himself open to counters when he comes in and jabs. But that's more like he can't physically get out the way because his footwork's not there.
Yeah, see, now that's a good example of somebody just using like their style to just benefit a damn inadequacy. Like, because I don't think Bivol, you're not going to get Benavidez to really just move around the ring like that.
No.
So he has to make up for it in other spots. Like, I get that. But then sometimes it come down to the opponent. We never thought Canelo would use footwork, but look at Golovkin the first fight. And this nigga had a knee problem. If your knee hurt, you ain't fucking running, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw someone. I don't know if you saw someone quoted or saying that Bivol is created in the lab.
Let's get into that. Hold up. Let's get into that.
Okay.
Topic.
Okay. All right. You got it.
I seen that. Hold up. I got it. I seen somebody put that. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Anytime they speak on Benavidez, Bivol be sounding like he had got work from that nigga. Because they sparred before, right?
Yeah, no, they've sparred a couple of times. I do know they sparred a couple of times.
It's always Benavidez saying like, "Yeah, I don't mind fighting him." I never hear Bivol talking about, "Yeah, I'll fight Benavidez." And it was
how does David Benavidez fare against Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol? Does he beats both? Beats Beterbiev, loses to Bivol, beats Bivol, loses to Beterbiev, or does he lose to both? We got 27 votes so far, and 56% says he loses to both. So yeah. 22% say he beats both, 19% says he beats Bivol but loses to Beterbiev, and 4% says he beats Beterbiev and loses to Bivol.
I mean, I picked he'd lose to both.
I think he could beat Bivol, but Beterbiev, no.
Yeah, exactly what I said. Yeah.
I actually picked he could beat both.
I think the thing is, okay, real quick, I don't mention if Father Time actually kicks in, maybe he could beat Beterbiev, but I feel like his defense is a little too flawed to beat Beterbiev. I don't know.
If the gas tank issues the second half of the fight in front of Beterbiev, I think that's a disaster for him. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that would be a disaster.
Yeah, and Bivol, I just would need to see David have one of his shots. I know that he's putting a beating on guys and stuff, but he would have I think one of his shots would have to really mean something. Like it would have to really break him down.
And he's not. Yeah, he's not going
to touch Bivol easy. I think that we're thinking like, oh, he's going to be touching Bivol. Like he's not going to touch Bivol easy. Bivol's a damn good defensive fighter. Like he's going to move around the ring. He's going to make it hard for him. And if his shots when he does get to him don't mean as much, that maybe they hurt, but they don't mean as much to change the fight. I think it's tough. I think it's a tough fight.
And I think Benavidez hit hard enough to bother all them niggas. The thing is the difference because like Pat said earlier, like at light heavyweight, everybody's cracking. It just you got to have the style to see who cracks more, who could crack more often. Like Yard could hurt Beterbiev, and he did buzz him. Calvin Smith caught Beterbiev, though. Like these dudes could catch these hands. It just I feel like Benavidez is the only one who could really consistently put good hands on these dudes. Pause. And he's not gonna and if it gets where it gets dangerous, Benavidez is gonna step it up and his offense gonna get more dangerous. Where we seen Bivol, if it get too dangerous, he gonna run around for 3 minutes.
But here's the thing. I think, and yes, listen, Bivol won the fight clearly. But I did think in his fight with Zurdo, I thought Zurdo had some moments. And to me, Benavidez is a way better fighter than Zurdo. So
yeah. And the thing is too, you're right about that. Like Benavidez also believes. See, Zurdo had all the tools to give Bivol problems. And in the first couple of rounds, it looked like we was gonna get the fight of the year that me and Pilot wanted. But
right.
the fucking Bivol just did his thing, and it just felt like Zerto kind of gave up once Bivol got in his groove. Like, you need somebody who could. Yeah. Some niggas could get out there with their damn plan A, B, and C. You gotta adjust to each one, or at least have the same energy to confront each one.
Yeah. Well,
and some of these niggas don't.
Once Bivol neutralized Zerto, it was a wrap. Yeah.
It was a wrap.
Yeah, he couldn't do nothing else, and it's like Benavidez is a lot harder to neutralize. Now, the Zerto we have now that might be a different fight for Bivol.
Yeah, because Zerto now is a damn near heavyweight.
Yeah, cruiserweight. But he doesn't fight with that goddamn. I don't know. Like, he doesn't he faces every situation like on some Mexican standoff shit.
You saying you don't have that gumption?
He has it now. Maybe it was the weight or something. Like something held Zerto back.
I was thinking the weight when you said that. Maybe, yeah.
Because it's the thing. Like, Zerto, one of those dudes where like we didn't really see him get as good as he's supposed to be until he got the fucking damn cruiserweight. It almost make you think it was always the weight. Why it took him that long to look good in his career? Yeah. 3 fucking divisions?
Yeah.
Who the fuck looks good on their third division? Who the fuck starts looking their best at the third division?
I mean, it's Barrios. I mean, Barrios is a guy that started at 122, but I know what you mean. Like, yeah, the weight bully word might be accurate with him, I guess. I don't know.
But then now he's using skill too and strategy. Like, that's the weird shit.
Yeah. Zerdochenko's kind of doing his thing. Yeah. Is that Malik Scott? Is that Malik Scott the trainer for him?
No, Julian Chua is his head trainer.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Malik Scott. I thought he was part of that team. Okay.
But what do you guys think? Because that's a potential fight that Benavidez brought up versus Zerto.
Benavidez should stay away from cruiserweight. That's another thing that I was going to say.
Yeah, I wouldn't go further there.
You know what I heard? What's so crazy?
I think he'll lose to Zerto, actually.
You know what Jim Lampley said like about a year ago? It was the wildest thing I ever heard. Jim Lampley was talking about he thinks Benavidez could win a heavyweight title. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
What?
No! I swear to God, there's an interview Jim Lampley had last year talking.
No, didn't Andre Ward said he wanted to fight Anthony Joshua?
Something like
sure
that.
Did.
Okay, I think that's even worse.
People just be chatting.
Wow. Yeah. And then it almost sound like a black Twitter post, bro. They could just be saying anything.
Yeah, like, I mean, Benavidez should stay away from cruiserweight because right now he has his hands full just being at light heavyweight, and he's not looking like he's above and beyond. Like, he's working, but he's not like look what he is at 168.
Okay, real quick. I want to ask y'all about Morrell. Do y'all think Morrell would beat? Because I made a post. I just hope they don't put him on the shelf after an L, like every PBC guy after an L. But do you think Morrell could beat the Buatsi Colin Smith winner next week or on the 26th?
Yeah.
You think so? Yeah. Okay, I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
He's too explosive for them Euro niggas, bro.
Yeah, I'm not high on Buatsi. Had his chance. Like, I've cooled off on Buatsi. He's not like, I mean, unless he spectacularly knocks out Callum Smith in a couple of weeks.
Morrell, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, unless he knocks out Callum Smith spectacularly. Yeah, he would beat Buatsi easily.
Morrell versus Yard would be fun for the first 4 rounds, and then after that, it would just all go to hell for Yard.
Yeah.
You know, with him, I don't think, like, I wouldn't favor him. Of course, not Benavidez. We just saw that. I wouldn't favor him against Bivol. I wouldn't favor him against Biff. I think he's going to be like in a weird spot where he beats everyone else, and maybe in devastating fashion. But he's always going to come up short to like those 3 names, right? Like those 3 top names. I'm sure maybe he ride out those guys are gone and he wins world titles and stuff like that. But I do think he's kind of like in a weird spot right now. I feel confident versus everyone else in the weight division, but not those 3 guys.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty accurate to me.
I mean, Morrell still got a future. It's just I don't think they're going to shelf him because he got motion. Like, they kind of started the year off. Like, this should do some decent pay-per-view numbers.
He needs to fight again, hopefully before the summer. But I mean, realistically, get another fight in this year. I know how it is with the PBC, but fight somebody meaningful before the year ends.
I mean, the issue is he going to get meaningful fights, or is it back to the Armory in Minnesota fighting in front of 2,000 people for people?
Drag Marcus Brown back down real quick to 175. Something. I don't
Damn.
My co-host said Jesse Hart, and I don't hate that fight. I do not hate that fight for him.
Oh,
I mean, Jesse Hart gave Zerto his hardest fights outside of Bivol. Like, you know.
Yeah. I think it was damn near chasing him at one point.
Right.
I mean,
like Zerto's been like around it forever, and it's like this is the most we mentioned Zerto. I don't think we talk about Zerto this much when we preview his fucking fights.
We're talking about all these people with Benavidez, though. I'll tell you who we're not talking about. It seemed like everybody moved on, and that's one ginger baby. I'm just saying, like, just seems like we come to the realization it ain't gonna happen. We've moved on. It is
because when you realize somebody pussy, you just leave them alone, bro. That it's to the point like you would have to make it a world star video and one of those, you know, when a bitch just pull up to another bitch house and she want to fight him and she want to just pull the bitch out the house and fight her.
Yeah.
We reached that level with Benavidez and Canelo. It's to the level where it's like they're not fighting unless this nigga pull him out his house.
And that's
since we're on real quick, since we're on the topic, do you want to bring that poll up?
That was what I was leading to.
Okay, all right, my bad.
Yeah, this nigga like he wouldn't let King P be great. He was low key. I see what he was doing. We was low key segueing into it. Like
Pilot, remind me to never let you be my wingman. I'm just saying.
This nigga Pilot was like, "Hey, yo, man, just get the red bone with the fat ass, nigga. What you like, bro? Nigga, too, like."
Yeah, my man's was really trying to say, "Well, you trying to go back to the crib tonight?" Like, hell no.
But so
fuck it. We need a Pilot and King P dating spinoff now, nigga. Like,
oh my god. Pause.
Like, yeah, like y'all niggas got it.
But yeah, so we wanted to ask the people, you know, does Canelo's legacy take a hit if he never faces Benavidez? Hell yeah. Just a tad. Don't care. We've moved on. Or quack, quack. And we've got 32 votes so far, and 34% said, just a tad. 25% said, don't care. We moved on. 22%, hell yeah. And 19%, quack, quack.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah, no, all the fights Canelo gave us over the years, nigga. This is not the fight that's gonna change his legacy. Like, come on.
But it's a black mark.
It's definitely it's a black eye and a half. Like it's a black eye and maybe a little slight cut right here now because this is ridiculous.
Look, in 20 years, you'll be like, when niggas ask you about Canelo, you would not remember that he did not.
No.
Yes,
Benavidez
is becoming too big.
In history, I mean, you know, like down the line, there are going to be Canelo detractors are going to bring that up and mention it down the line. I mean,
you have to.
Here's the thing with Benavidez. It's not only the, you know, him being dangerous and him like everybody looking at him as a viable threat. It's also the fight, and I don't care what anybody says. It's the fight that makes the most money from just a revenue standpoint. So for him to turn that down, it's crazy because that shit is like
it's literally a face of boxing type of fight.
Here's my thing. Yeah,
it's a big fucking major event type of fight that this nigga doesn't want to happen, bro.
It's odd because here's my thing. I know Canelo started, you know, technically 147, but he started at 154. I don't see the smaller guy. I guess he's a true natural middleweight. I feel like
he's not no fucking true natural middleweight. Stop that.
He's about. I mean, what is he? 150?
No, the fuck he isn't, nigga.
What is he? What is he then? What is he?
Honestly, you want to be honest? Canelo is a natural super middleweight.
Okay. I can.
Well, he couldn't make middleweight right now. That's for sure.
Well, what I'm just saying is size wise, in terms of his natural size. You know, at his best, he was at 160. When he went to 168, yeah, he had.
Don't say that, nigga.
Hold on,
remember. How the fuck you go to 166 for Chavez and then you go back to 160 for Golovkin, bro?
I know. I'm just saying. Hear me out. What I'm trying to say is, I feel like there's a presence of the Benavidez where he's a tall, big motherfucker that could potentially fight at cruiserweight. Canelo really, you know, there was rumors of moving to cruiserweight. My thing is, I feel like he doesn't want to potentially get a bad loss on his record, and he has a feeling, yeah, he could beat him, but he has a feeling maybe Benavidez might just, you know, I don't know. It's a clear duck. Let's clear that.
Nigga should just get "I'm scared" tatted on his chest.
Thank you. Like, no, we're not doing this shit, bro. We're not making excuses for this motherfucker. Look, this is not a situation where Benavidez is a nobody. He don't sell tickets. You know, he's skilled. But you know, he can't even get them 100,000 views on a YouTube video. Benavidez is like legit become a household name.
But look at it from Canelo's eyes. Look at it from Canelo's eyes. All Canelo's already taking a hit on his legacy by not fighting the nigga. If he fight the nigga and gets whooped, it's like career suicide.
No. If he fights and loses, it is what it is. He loses.
Yeah, it's called boxing.
Okay, hold on, real quick. If you would have, I know, like obviously Benavidez hasn't got stoppage, whatever before 100. But if he because at 168, I know at 175, at 168, here's the thing: Canelo is notorious for his gas tank issues, whereas at 168, David, look, he go 15 rounds, and I felt like that was the thing where Canelo was like, I'm not justifying it, I'm just rationalizing. I don't know what the word is, but I'm just saying there was a threat where
analyzing it.
There was a threat maybe in the later rounds. It might be too much. The big fast dude. And that's what I think. I think maybe 2-3 years ago, Canelo would have got him, but now I don't know.
But this is the same fucking Canelo that fought damn Kovalev and Bivol. And Berlanga, who was like maybe 185 on fight night. Like, there's no justification. It's a big money fight. Like, you either want to be great or you just want to look like you're great. Canelo just been looking like he's great for just years. He ain't trying to be great. Like, niggas been giving him so many passes. By the time he finally got a hiccup, niggas was like, hey, okay, we got to protect him like he a prospect. Like, forget about the Bivol loss. What of all the other damn fights Canelo took that he should have lost? So it's like, bro, like, get the fuck out of here. His career ain't going to be over because of a loss. He just going to move more bitch made than he does now.
Okay, but how would it be? Because I feel like, in my personal opinion, I think Canelo might have an argument to be the best Mexican fighter. Get
the fuck out of here.
Well, I'm just saying,
dude, the best Mexican fighter is not going to duck their biggest ops for years. He already did that with Golovkin. People could be like, oh, well, he did fight him. Nigga, look how long he stretched that out. Shit.
No,
he stretched out the Golovkin fight longer than the Lord of the Rings trilogy, bro.
He's in the mix. All I'm saying is he's in the mix. But I feel like a L where he gets stopped by Benavidez type of thing. He feel like you don't want to risk it. He gets the money anyway, so it's like, I don't know.
Dude, man, that's like saying Willie Wise stopped Chavez from being the GOAT. Really fucking wise, bro.
Meanwhile, people, we're gonna get the Crawford fight, and that's gonna make a lot of money, bro. That's a dog and pony show. Like, what are we doing?
Thank you, God, dude. Like, if boxing gods, if there could ever be a fucking double knockout, or just give me a little small glimpse of fucking what's that, Sergio Powell and the other nigga, K9, I'll be happy. Cause like, this shit is just some bullshit. Like, bro, like, there's way better fights at 154 for Crawford, and there's better fights at 168, 175 for Canelo, and this is what we're getting. This goddamn amalgam comics ass collaboration bullshit. Like, fuck this goddamn fight. You better give me a great co-main event where I can say, all right, you know what, I'll make sure I really tune in. There's some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Canelo's not gonna do Canelo. I mean, Canelo's got basically, he's setting up for his exit from the sport. So most of
them niggas doing that.
Yeah, most of them, but he's especially because his is high profile. So I'm all right. I'm more expecting him like, yeah, he's going for a bag and he's gonna get up out of here. Benavidez is not gonna happen. Just like Canelo and Andre didn't happen, even though that should have happened. It's stuff like that. This just,
that's my problem with boxing. And this is the one thing that Benavidez Morel did that we need to see more of. The young guys making the top big fight super events when they're available, when they get ready for them. Like, I'm tired of seeing big fights and both niggas are like 38 or 36 or some shit.
Facts.
If you old enough to be on a podcast talking about boxing, maybe you don't need to be a part of a fucking pay-per-view main event. How about that?
Facts.
Like, let's start getting young main event pay-per-view stars, bro. Like, none of this nigga just 34, borderline his first shot like at a pay-per-view event. No, nigga, like, I'm tired of that. That's another reason why this fight kind of stale. Like, Canelo and Bud are old ass niggas now. Like, I hate these farewell fucking Kiss and Sting fucking ass tour fucking fights, man.
Exactly, but at least now, Bucks, and that's why, again, like you mentioned before, like that's why we have Benavidez, Morel. They fight the fights that they're supposed to fight, and neither of them have lost anything. Like the reputations, like both reputations have gone up. So that was that, and like I said, I mean that's why that main event definitely like spoke to me. I mean, like Fierro and Cruz, like they slugged it up, but just that main event though, it was just a hard fight, and it's just like it had a little bit more unpredictable factor to it. So yeah, that's why I was like, that fight was.
And remember, it's the main event, bro. Like the main event has to live up to its hype. Like whenever the main event lives up to its hype, like this is a job well done. Like
easy. But PBC put on an incredibly entertaining pay-per-view. So definitely.
Wait, what? Say it again so Android can hear you.
Well, Android knows, because I'm more selective. Yeah, Android knows I'm incredibly selective. See, I don't praise PBC all the time. That's my thing. So
yeah, that's why we had to make sure we heard it right. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? Like, wait, hold on. Stop.
I'm quick to say if a PBC card is bad or good,
But with the zone, this nigga's like, well, we did get to see Eddie Hearn speak again. Like, no, nigga, shut that shit up.
Yeah. So PBC, it was for the first pay-per-view, it was good. So I mean, I'm not holding my breath on Take and Roach being anything like that. So it's like, but it was a good start to the year for PBC, and
I like that they did give a tribute to Israel Basket. So
they did, yes.
Thank you so much. Like that was so like nice to see that shit. And
that it is family in the ring.
Yeah,
because Israel Vasquez. For those who have listen, if you've never seen Vasquez Marquez 1, 2, or 3, do not see 4. Oh, but
please
1,
do not
2,
see
3.
4. Yeah, that's like seeing Jaws Revenge or some shit.
Yeah, Now that 4 fight is like that's one I told you before. That's one of the few fights I felt like I watched a crime being committed, and I should have reported somebody. Like I
felt like walking out of that event, and I saw it at home, nigga. Like I just wanted to just leave the house.
Yeah, I was discussing that actually because I was like, this fight should have, and I'm sitting here, I was like, I really should have actually went out that night instead of like watching that fight.
Only fight worth watching than that is goddamn Duran and William Joppy.
Yeah, that at least that one only went like 3 fucking rounds, like
Yeah, but damn, nigga, like I don't, dude. That's like saying like, well, yeah, remember Rosa Parks was in that boxing match? Like, yeah, I'm trying to forget. Well, I mean, it only went 2 rounds. Like, the point that she was in that motherfucker is the thing, nigga.
Facts.
This nigga talking about, well, good thing it only went 3 rounds. Like, no. We're not even supposed to get 30 seconds of that.
Facts. Well, at least, like I said, it was good. PBC had some buzz after that. Had a lot of conversation. There was
boxing has buzz, nigga. You don't get that from the zone fights y'all be hyping up.
Mm-hmm. Well, they get it if the fights are good, which they are, I mean, well,
not all the time, not in the mainstream, not in the casual world of boxing.
Luckily for me, I don't operate in that, and I'll never will. So.
But you should, nigga, because you should want the fucking sport to grow, nigga.
Yeah, well, I should want the fights to be good, and I don't jock ride or any other just PBC fights, and
yeah, I mean that's the problem with hardcore fucks. That's all you care about. As long as the fights good, give me the fights. I don't. Boxing could end tomorrow, but if we get Mayweather Pacquiao 16 tonight, fuck it. Like,
I'm hardcore. I've watched tens and thousands of fights.
I can't think like that, nigga.
Yeah,
I actually care about the niggas who gonna be alive after I'm gone and I want them to enjoy boxing, not like
I
you.
want them to enjoy. I could rattle off all types of fights going back 20, 30 something years. You know, that's the type of box that I like to operate in. Casuals, they can barely remember fights from 2 years ago. So I like to operate in my own bubble because I feel like I can I spread the sport, spread the love of sport if I talk about the old fights that I be watching, because the curiosity.
The new fans don't want to hear about all the old fights, bro.
Well, looking for me, I actually keep up with the new shit. So yes, I can speak old and new, and I prefer to talk old because some of these new niggas they're not inspiring like that. So I'll never operate in the casual space, but the casual people will still love me regardless. But anywho, yes, good pay-per-view. And then, there was another fight yesterday, actually. I actually thought it was going to be like maybe like a 2 or 3 fight card. I didn't know it was going to be like a 6 fight card, But with
been around the zone too much.
that's
18 fights.
No, that's just Dimitri Salita. He's trying to get, it's exposure for his fighters, man. Shout out to Dimitri Salita, of course, I know me and this nigga LB can remember when he actually used to box. So
he's been more successful as a promoter than a boxer. I'll say that.
Facts, super facts.
Yeah, that's super facts and a half. Like,
yeah, and
I think when Yuri Foreman is got better highlights than you, there's a problem.
Facts, yo. And then he hit pay dirt by actually signing Clarissa Shields too, because
it's like the Akon Lady Gaga version in boxing or some shit. Like,
hey man, I would say something, but I don't. This is YouTube. I don't want to say why the reason for that is, but I can't. I don't want YouTube to be.
This nigga Salita ain't no Akon level though. I'm just.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, like, yeah.
But it's Clarissa Shields, Danielle Perkins. Now, now that fight, and I know because I know P said it in the chat too. It just seems like ever since Clarissa Shields decided to really start eating more, so to speak, and fighting at a heavier weight, she's been having more entertaining fights. It's just
eating
like
more. Niggas, the fuck out of here.
What's that?
We really giving props to a boxer because they're eating more.
Yes, nigga. Like,
what the fuck is happening in the ring gang, nigga? Like,
yeah, she eats more. She's actually getting some more entertaining fights, even though there's a caveat to that,
But she's fighting against damn bigger people who are like clumsier. Like, she fighting against the Shreks and shit. The niggas is slow and just big. They're just big targets, and she's not even punching any better. It's just she's one of those people that if you put more. If she's heavier, she's just gonna hit harder, but she's still not punching technically, fundamentally correct.
Yeah, she's not punching, but she was throwing.
And then she just got more weight behind her punches, so it looks more devastating. But it's still the same.
Yeah, but she tore. I think she said she tore a ligament in her left shoulder, so she couldn't jab like that. So that's why she was whipping those right hands like she was against Perkins, who was big as fuck, by the way. Like
Perkins, that's a big motherfucker. Damn.
Yeah, she must have been at least like 190, 195-ish at somewhere around.
And like what, 6'4"? Like shit. Wrong sport ass broad.
Yeah, and truthfully, if Perkins was probably a little bit more experienced or among other different things, that could have been a different fight. But I mean, even Clarissa had to give up to her. It says like she was like the first person she fought that didn't feel like that was not afraid of her. It was like strong as shit.
Yeah, I don't even think it's an experience thing. I just think Shorty just needed to just be all around fucking better.
Like, it's funny to say that
quicker, everything.
She's a former basketball player, that woman. But I know what you mean.
They all are basketball players. Okay. Yeah, her Shadesha Green, they're all former basketball players.
Okay, this is my thing. Like, yo, like I know you be running in basketball. Like basketball overall good workout. Like,
yes, sir.
Like these bitches is too fucking lazy when they get in the like more so for this Shadesha Green than Perkins, because Perkins looked like she was in shape.
Yeah.
And she's deadlifting shit I know I can't do. So I give her props and she went the distance, but Sadisha, I didn't know she used to play ball because that makes her look even worse.
Yeah, no,
she looked like the laziest basketball player of all time.
She's a broad that just gets rebounds and
Nigga, she was like literally Eddie Curry. Like, and not in a good way. Like, not in the I used to run with the damn Bulls on NBA Live 2000. Like, nigga.
Well, there's no good comparison with Eddie Curry. Like Eddie Curry is just like, he was just lucky in some aspects of
he looked the fuck out. but Sadisha Green looked the fuck out getting involved with Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Cause man, and I ain't gonna lie, since we all talking about Shields, cause my sister sent me the text and she was like, yo, who is Shields talking about? Cause there was some back and forth they had with Serrano and Jake Paul. And Shields was like, why would I I could go down to 147. Me and Serrano, we never fight, and she's not gonna fight me. But why would y'all want me to do that fight when y'all supposed to have America's next best thing that's closer to my weight? And my sister sent me the text like, yo, who's she talking about? I was like, oh, Sadisha Green, sorry ass. Like, yeah. Like,
yeah.
That's who. She make a good point.
She does. And
lazy as fuck though.
I mean, I will say this though with Clarissa. I mean, clearly now she draws crowds. I mean, if it's in Flint, I'm not saying anywhere else, it's probably questionable.
Does that count, nigga?
I mean, in terms of promotion, it does. Like, you want the promotion.
Everybody kept saying that event was empty. It didn't look, when I saw it, it didn't look empty. That shit was. It looked lively. So niggas kept saying, because I keep seeing tweets.
No, because real quick, there was a part where shout out to Papoose. I want to mention the Papoose thing, but when Clarissa came out, the main event, there was a lot of empty. There was a whole empty section right there, so I can see why people said it was like, it was looking like the Regis pro grade Zarilla fight. You know what I mean? Just in terms of there was empty seats. But I mean, no, she
wait, nigga, me and P were actually there at that damn fight.
That's what when he said it, I'm like, what? God damn, I don't even remember them niggas even mentioned it. Like, but these niggas was all infatuated with.
I'm saying I know because it was a hometown fight for not really a super draw, and I just noticed when the Regis came out that there was an empty section too. Yeah, they got to do a better job of trying to.
Yeah, well, I mean,
maybe that's the DAZN thing. Like they got an empty section for when niggas come out to walk.
The production to DAZN and PVC is day and night. Just want to mention that.
But because I know because we were out there because they were out like the street team was out. They were giving away tickets and shit like that. Because I know we were me and P were on the forgot the name of that goddamn street, and they were out there handing out tickets and shit. Like we saw all that.
Damn.
So, yeah, but no, it was like I said,
extra.
Yeah, like I said, yeah, but that was definitely not one of my favorite. I mean, that's probably like a bottom 10 of like my favorite live boxing events in terms of that was everything 10. About that was not good except for Ram Ali getting knocked out. So
that salvaged the night.
But that close shit. That shit looked like it was lively. Like usually, if it was empty, I mean, it was empty in some sections. Usually, like you could really hear you could hear that if it's empty. That shit looked like it was rocking. Like that shit was.
Yeah, like the atmosphere seemed dope. Like that's why I just didn't get the criticism because, like, if that was empty, then every fight needed them Saudi Arabia fights need to be empty too, nigga. Like
let's keep it in perspective. Clarissa Shields gets a lot of fucking hate, and I'm not the biggest fan. I think she's a great boxer, but I'm just saying her hate is OD for we know why. But I'm just saying,
nah, nigga, it's within reason, bro. Like
it's reasonable somewhat. It's reasonable somewhat, yeah.
Like some niggas go, but dude, it's like I don't think she gets a lot of heat like that. It's just usually
but my thing is,
it's the energy she brings.
Guilty pleasure of scrolling through comments of whether it be on Twitter or YouTube. I just kind of scroll through comments and I see a lot of like unwarranted hate for her. But
I'll say she does get a lot of unwarranted hate, but there's also some things that she does that makes people justify.
I mean, I can see why.
That's why I said the energy, because I honestly feel she wouldn't get as much hate as she does if her whole energy was different. Because she has this one side that is just super cool as fuck. But then she has this one other side. It's like it's real. immature and needy and attention seeking, and I need validation and I need to be this, need to be that, and that just drives everybody fucking crazy. And instead of it being balanced, we be seeing that side more than the other side. It'd be like 60-40, 70-30.
Right, like that whole thing, like when she was commenting about having like, you know, like she was having issues with whatever relationships or whatever, and then you find out that Papoose, you know, was on the equation, and it's just like, then what the fuck are you complaining about? Like, what is she doing? Like, you know, Papoose is right there. Like, what the fuck?
And that's not even, and I feel you, Pat, but that's not even one of the major joints to even throw hate on.
It's
the
not,
hate is when it comes.
It's one of them. Like,
it is no. I ain't saying you're right. It is one of them, but that's not even a major one. The major ones come from when anytime any woman boxer has a moment, Clarissa Shields has to somehow make that moment a part of her too, or
herself. It is funny though. I saw
and she even do that with some of the male boxers. So and that drives everybody crazy, bro.
That's funny though, because I saw Serrano you know, post I don't know if you saw her tweet. She said congratulations with a thumbs up, which is basically a you know, whatever, bitch, fuck you. Like, you know, for her, for Serrano to say that, you know, congratulations to Shields, you know, because situation, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, a lot of things with the way she acted with Serrano is really whack, and you know, that's kind of
that's part that's
a lot of people don't like how Clarissa Shields comes off like a frenemy to Serrano. Like you always see Serrano genuinely supporting her, but when Serrano has her moment, Shields is like, well, you know, them niggas ain't really tuned in to see her.
I mean, she did the same thing to Baumgartner. I swear, like before, you know, she had that diss to Baumgartner song, but like 2 weeks before, she was like holding Baumgartner, like literally, you know, before a Baumgartner fight, you know, she was like giving, you know, being there for her. It's just kind of like it's just kind of.
So she's a perfect example of those friends where they was like they're cool with you until you start doing better than them. Like, you cool when you was like working in the dairy aisle, nigga, but now you a shift manager. Fuck you. Like, it's that type of shit. Like, yo, like we can't rock the same no more, bitch. Like, you a regional manager now? You a regional manager? Nah, fuck that. Like, go to hell. Like, it's that type of shit.
And then also, we've talked about, you know, some of our technical shortcomings in the ring before. You know, we've talked about on numerous occasions. You know, but I will say though that punch that she dropped Perkins with, that was probably beautiful. The best punch she ever fucking threw in her career.
I can't lie, that was beautiful. That was a beautiful shot.
Yeah, like Perkins' eyes, it was like jackpot. Like her eyes went rolled in the back of her head and she went down like that.
Hey, yo, Pat, play the damn what's that Windows shutdown button?
I ain't gonna lie, low key. I ain't gonna lie, low key. You know, the ref could have waved it off. I ain't gonna lie, low key. You know, I know it was the end of the round.
Well, so, it was 10 seconds left in the fight. You gotta let that shit, you know.
I know.
Yeah, dude. Like, probably you be one to get niggas like hit with a bottle or something.
Now,
I couldn't be the trainer and the ref fucking stop a fight right. They're like, dude, really? The bitch got dropped the last 10 seconds. Like, come on.
I mean, now because Perkins, she recovered from that shot because like her eye, like she went down, she got up. Now she fell down in the fight. Then the ref, ref waved that shit off. She's clearly done, you know. But she was,
I can tell niggas done punched her before.
I mean, that was like a perfect way to end the fight. It was just like bam, right on the button,
like a little stamp on that bitch. Like, nah, that was I mean, King P was right, and you know. The bigger she get, the better her exciting her fights are. But know what? It also goes back to you have to fight. Like, look, the one thing got in common with Shields, all her entertaining fights are usually against Americans or people on this side of the fucking world.
Right.
All her boring fights are usually against the goddamn nondescript Eastern European motherfuckers. Y'all try to sell us as a champion. Because they don't want to take the chances.
And it's telling too, because in her post-fight interview, she didn't name like no new women fighters. She was like, I want to run it back with Cruz Dezern. I want to run it back with Hannah Gabriels. Like these are fighters that she's already beaten though, but they were both those fighters gave her hell. And then if not, then then I want exhibition with Layla Ali, and I'm just like, oh boy, here we go again.
I don't even mind that. Fuck it. Like that shit should have been happening. Like they're Did one of Muhammad Ali's ex-wives just talking about like, I need Shields to knock out Leia Ali.
I saw that.
I'm like, the fuck? Like, what is this damn civil rights beef now?
That was kind of petty, but hey, I saw that.
I mean, them old niggas be petty, bro.
She also mentioned running back with Savannah Marshall, which is like the outlier to the other side of the world. Whereas Savannah Marshall,
that's
that was Clarissa Shields. Like that was probably her best war that she actually won. So
that's the one European that you'd be like, okay, cool. Like we could put respect on her name, but her career damn near seemed like it's Paul. So
yeah, it's whack.
So it's like I said before, like bro, like it's Americans is this side. Like at this point, Natalie Nunn could damn pick a better opponent than some of these niggas for Clarissa Shields. Like, I guarantee you, some of them baddies that throw harder punches and be more aggressive than some of these Eastern European boxers that have lived in a gym for 12 years.
And that's the thing too, because we all know with women's boxing, anything above 154, the talent level slims out like noticeably. Like it's not there. Like the talent, and not just the talent, just the pull in general. Like it's slim pickings. Like the higher you
There's
go.
only like 8 girls in every division. So honestly, if you weigh like 160 pounds and you get like 2 fights, you can be world ranked in the women's fight.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, they fought for Undisputed and Shorty just had 5 fights.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
So that's the thing. It's like, this. I know that Clarissa probably doesn't want to have to go shrink down to like at least to 154 to at least get decent fights or whatever. But
she loves food too fucking much, bro. Like you could tell she eats good, nigga.
Yeah, she's a millionaire, of course. Yeah, she.
But see, that's the thing though. Like you can eat good, but train good too, cause ain't no way. Like you made yourself go from fucking 154, 160 to like 185. And you didn't really put on muscle. That's why when niggas be like, yo, she got a body. I just be like, nah, she just thick, nigga. Like, it's different. Like, you got a body, then you got a bitch that's thick. Like, she's a bitch that's thick, nigga. Not saying thick don't look good, but that's somebody who's just thick. That's it. Right. What body? Because if you had a body, your ass be at 160.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I ain't gonna lie, little Jit in that video was looking, boy. That way, he was like, so I see you.
That I know Papoose is in there. Like Papoose is like now pretty much is like, yeah, I'm her dude. What. Like Papoose was really out there on some, on some trophy shit.
I mean, I'm happy for him. He deserved that. Like, I mean,
he do.
All that. I mean, I know we clown. This nigga said he on some trophy shit. But I'd rather, I mean, shit, that's better than, you holding down Remy and for what? Like, imagine somebody replace you with a dustier version of you. and Papoose not dusty, but just, that's the only way I can describe Easy the Block Captain. Just like a dusty, Tubi fucking Papoose.
Facts.
So damn, like I know that relationship clarity gonna hit one day.
It does though, but I mean, obviously we'll see how the train going, but yeah, it's just like if rematches with people you've already beaten are like your biggest fights or an exhibition, I mean, she's gonna be on the shelf for a little bit because I know she tore a ligament in her shoulder, so
so she could be fighting that fucking super heavyweight when she come back.
Yeah.
God damn.
But people need to leave this shit with Layla Ali alone. Like Layla Ali hasn't fought in about 18 years, give or take. Like, leave that shit like
because it's the interviews, bro. They talk it up, so I get it. But unless Layla Ali is gonna start a new YouTube where every day she's posted up in the gym training and she's looking like, oh damn. Unless that starts happening, that's right. Like we can just kind of let this die out again.
Yeah, like
but if you're gonna do it this year, because we don't need another interview 2 years later, and then y'all revisit this shit.
Yeah, like I mean, like I said, yeah, I mean they have the little beef or whatever though, but That's probably something that could probably be sold with a conversation, not a fucking exhibition. Like
nigga, look, dude, we've been doing ring game for 6 years. We've had a previous video on Shields and Ali like maybe 2 years ago.
We did.
That should have happened then. Like, So now we 2 years later, like, and we see now, when these old boxers start deteriorating, they start deteriorating. So, like, if y'all gonna make it happen after this interview, make it fucking happen. If not, forever rest y'all case with this shit.
Facts.
Because right now it's only gonna get worse, and it was looking bad 2 years ago. So do it this year, or just that's it. Because the little segment Leia Ali had when she spoke on it, I found out later that Clarissa Shields went on live and had a 45-minute response video. Bruh. Ain't nothing nobody says for 3 minutes should warrant a 45-minute response.
Facts.
And Leia Ali didn't even say nothing that bad. Like, it was more like a general type speaking. Like, so that shit was just weird. Like, bro, that was like the Young Noble 7-minute song. At least that nigga had 30 years for it though. So he get more of a pass, but a nigga just mentioned you in like 2 minutes and you up here like, fuck it, we gotta go live, nigga. And your live go longer than 10 minutes. Like, come on, man. Like,
that shit was crazy though. But Shields though, she did what I guess, she's keeping her momentum. And shout out to the other nigga though in the co-main event that was struggling so much they had to do a fucking Bill Goldberg experience.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was hyped. I'll use the word hyped, like, I guess hyped for it because I like follow Scott Lacey, the white guy. I saw him on some Top Rank cards, and I was expecting it. Unfortunately, that's the state of American heavyweight boxing. Like what we, that's like, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I expected it to be a good fight, but I won't lie, it was so bad and clumsy and ugly. It was actually watchable.
It wasn't watchable. It was terrible. And then that's
what the fuck you be talking about?
No, what I'm saying is it was so bad. It was a car crash. It was so bad. I just kept.
You just couldn't turn away from it. You're like,
it was so bad. It was like, it gave a reaction. You know what I'm saying? It was better than. I'm just saying it was like it wasn't boring in a sense. It was, it was an ugly fight. But I'm just saying,
if all that's just going on, I would hope not. Like.
Yeah, dude speared the dude, like, it speared him out of the ring. It broke a fucking table, and then the white boy laid on top of him. Pause. It wouldn't, like, he wasn't knocked out. I'm like, yo, like, and people were trying to pull him off, but you can't. When both fighters go out the ring, the referee has to count to 20, and no one can help them. They have to help themselves back in the ring unassisted.
But that's what the ref was incorrect, because that's if it's a knockdown. This was a tackle outside the ring. There was no. I don't know who was it counting for 24 for both of them.
Was
it a wrestling battle to get back in the ring? First one gets in wins. Like, I don't understand.
It technically is if two people are outside the ring and the ref start counting to 20. It technically is.
But here, real quick, shouts out to my guy Steve Willis. I was happy to see him in a while. The ref, but he should have called the fight, because there was a point where Scar Lacey, even the commentary was talking about this. Scar Lacey was basically holding on. He was on some K Taylor shit, because literally they took a point from Brandon Moore too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they took a point from But
Steve Willis called the fight when it was clear when I think it got to like 16, and it was clear that Lacey held him there, and he called the DQ, and then the DQ, and then after that, the other dude got up and got into the ring, and
but really, to me, that was like a Montana Love situation. I felt like he did that, he did that on purpose. The Ben Whittaker shit. I felt like
he wanted out because he was
obviously.
It was sad too, because that white boy was undefeated too, but he had so much struggle in his game, and it was just like, he wanted out of the fight. Like, he was warned too, and he did that bullshit. So
no wonder niggas like Wilder and all these guys because supposedly he's a sparring partner for all these heavyweights. No wonder like Wilder and shit are struggling working with that.
Yeah, he's.
Damn.
Yeah, but dude lost his zero in probably the way he shouldn't have. So he's probably gonna have a hard time getting any really good fights. you might as well just be a sparring partner, just be a body for people. So yeah, no, but
I made a good point though. Maybe that's why all these niggas are trash, because the trash helping trash just gets trashier.
That's also facts too.
Remember, if iron sharpen iron, what the fuck does trash do? If you got a room full of dope MCs, then yeah, you're gonna get you should get a decent album. But if you got a room full of goddamn Lil Yachty's and you can't even throw in a Mace or somebody who's halfway decent, nice, then yeah.
But that's actually a good segue to the last segment, and it'll probably be a quick one too, because I have to mention this too after watching the segment on YouTube. You know, I mean, if you watch it, I think the Grammys were the other night, and Kendrick was like one of the big winners. You know, dude got a Grammy, Song of the Year for Not Like Us. Like, he got like 5 of them shits for that damn song, and this is where you got to preview what will probably happen at a halftime show for the Super Bowl on Sunday. And this shit was fucking crazy because he went up to get the award, and Not Like Us is playing, and as soon as that shit said A minor, you had the whole fucking crowd singing along with that shit. Like, and that kind of solidified the L that Drake is taking. Like, the L's upon L's.
You know what's kind of ironic about that, though? I ain't gonna lie. Some of them dudes were at the Diddy party. Some of those people that were yelling that were
yeah, but no one cares because it's always because like since Diddy was like the final boss of all that shit, y'all got him, so it's like fuck it.
Yeah, you know.
Remember, niggas got short memories in 2025 because there's so much shit going on, man.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, I don't think right now. I think Kendrick right now is riding the same type of wave that 50 had when it was his, you know, or M had. Like he's on that now.
Nah, it's a crazy run right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he's on a crazy run right now. You know, it's getting to the point where even now Mustard, his producer that for that song, got a fucking Heinz commercial based off that. Like, that's a stimulus. Like,
yeah, how often is producers getting fucking commercials?
yeah, that shit was crazy. I was like, no, that's like, this motherfucker really get a commercial for Heinz mustard? I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But yeah, like,
I mean, but I love to see when shit like that happens because it's like it's too fucking obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with Angel Reese and the Reese's peanut butter cups or whatever. Like,
facts. Like,
nigga, you better make that fucking happen.
Yeah, no, absolutely, though. But Kendrick, though, is just like, he like, honestly, if I was Drake right now, like this is like, I mean, first of all, a diss song being a fucking Grammy, like getting a Grammy song, like when does that really ever happen? I don't know if it's ever happened. I mean, that to my knowledge, like a whole song, like get a diss song getting a Grammy.
The Grammy's not stupid, dog. Like, they know if they popularize that song. I mean, the song was big enough anyway,
right?
But adding it to the Grammys just makes the Grammys even bigger.
It does.
Like, Kendrick literally gave hip hop a stimulus, so somewhat.
Yeah, he did.
Do you guys think?
What up, King Song? Salute. What's happening, Ring Gang? You know what it is. We vibing. Peel out the Benavides. Show he ready for better beef.
No,
kinda, but not really.
Ezra, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
You guys think Drake posts his bet of the Super Bowl, or does he sit this one out?
I mean, he'll probably post his bet or whatever, but like they all do it though. But I'm more interested to see what his reaction is going to be when the whole fucking crowd's talking about A minor, you know, out loud and shit like that. Like, that's what because he's like, I mean, the L that he took in the Grammys, it's going to be magnified times 100 at the Super Bowl. Like, it's going to be like,
yeah, because that's on regular ass TV and everything.
You think real quick? Do you think he's gonna get to the A minor part? Because they only play part of the songs on the
Man, hell yeah! Like you saw that reaction. I'm pretty sure. Kendrick knows. Like, he's just okay. Like they all know that part, and it's not like it's like a sing-songy ass part like that. Like I mean, you have to be a complete dull to not know what he's fucking referring to.
No, I can lie. That wordplay when I first heard that song, that wordplay on that line was nice. It was a nice line.
Yeah, it's a nice line. It's a great line. So that's why it's just like, and just the fact that people out there, he had Taylor Swift like dancing to it, Beyonce fucking rapping along and shit like that. Yeah, he hit total jackpot with that song. That song
Taylor Swift was acting a fool. Taylor Swift.
Yeah. God, she's so awkward. My goodness.
Last part I want to touch on, and it was dope seeing him, Diana Ross, him giving her the flowers, bowing for her and shit. That was a dope moment. And I want to mention, don't ever bring Janelle Monáe. She's dope, talented, but come on, did you see that Michael Jackson shit?
I seen the clips and I'm just disgusted by it. Like somebody need to get the cane from Showtime at the Apollo and toss her off the goddamn stage for that.
Yo, I mean, there was a point where I thought Janelle Monáe. No, when she came out, I wasn't feeling all that alien tuxedo shit. But then when she started getting into normal dressing, I'm like, oh damn, this is a fine woman. But now she's going back to that weird shit again. I'm just like,
bitch, always been weird. She even made being naked weird, nigga. Like
that's also true.
Fucking weird.
You're right. You're right about that shit. She
came out. She was first on that whole lesbian stuff. And her career was kind of like stalled like Tinashe, but she became a thought.
No, it didn't. No. The difference is, look, and Nick, I know niggas always say this shit. For some reason, Janelle Monáe was one of those niggas where she was always at every award show, every big event, always A-listing, red carpet. But in real life, you didn't really know anybody who play her fucking music.
You know what it really is. We want to mention it, but
her movies,
huh?
Yeah, her movie.
Even before she got into the movies, like, I mean, because I seen her in what's that bullshit down here? Fucking Moonlight.
Oh, what? Honestly, I thought she was fine as fuck in that movie. Like she
was, nigga. She was.
Oh, she's fine. She's fine.
I mean, but you know what? She was only fine as fuck, exaggerated because what we had to deal with in the movie.
Facts.
I mean, she's fine and attractive. I mean, I saw her do a little, like, she was on stage at a concert doing a flash with her titties out randomly, and she got
nice hair. That bitch got some nice titties.
No,
I ain't gonna lie.
She's pretty and everything, but I felt like she when she rebranded herself into like a thought randomly, it gave her a second win. But yeah, that might be
because the viral moments extended her career because she was slowly getting in that lane. Like that was her trajectory. Like this bitch was like at a video, like she's like a giant pussy or some shit, and like this weird shit, nigga. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Like like fine bitches could be weird too, nigga. Damn.
Yeah, I just wish that she would keep all that weird shit alone because it's like, god damn, like I get it. Maybe you don't want people to argue like that, but I want to argue like that without all the weird shit. And then
just like SZA with the goddamn being an alien and shit, like you taking a piss in the woods and the weird shit. Like what's wrong with y'all hoes?
That chick Dolce, I mean, I know she wanted some awards. She's a plant, I don't know about the talent, but it's kind of crazy how they.
The talent there is just weird shit. Like, because this generation loves weird shit, nigga.
I want to mention one last thing on the Grammy. I want to mention one last thing real quick.
Kanye.
No, not the Kanye shit. The Babyface stuff. That was fucking. Babyface is literally one of the greatest songwriters. To me, he's the best, but he's one of the greatest songwriters of all time. And there's those two chicks.
R. Kelly would like a word with you, young man.
I don't know. We can argue. I mean, but that's a different argument. We can do it later. We can do a versus. But no, what I'm saying is that was disrespectful what they did. And then after when they did the apology, saying I'm a fan of, you don't know any Babyface songs. Get the fuck out of here. That was whack.
Yeah, and Kanye too. I swear Kanye needs medication. Like I don't know what it is. Kanye is just like he's in his own fucking world. Like. Parading that white woman around wearing that fucking stupid ass dress, like I'm sorry, like that nigga has. Like,
that's what we call that now. That was a dress, damn.
Now the thing with Kanye, the machine doesn't, he don't have that backing no more. I suppose he got kicked out. I don't know. Supposedly he said that he didn't get kicked out, but he don't have that. He don't have the machine behind him no more.
But he's a billionaire, so he says he doesn't care.
Yeah, billionaires don't need. Billionaires are the machine. It just what the industry does. If you're not like on the industry side, they try to do this benign neglect ignore you type of shit. Like, remember they do it to NBA YoungBoy too.
No, I'm not gonna lie, real quick before we go. I ain't gonna lie. I saw Dr. Dre and Lucien Grange, who's like Drake's boss, dap it up when Kendrick won. It was kind of weird. I ain't gonna lie. It was a little weird, but
yeah, I mean,
what
the
was
industry,
weird about it?
It's just like the industry is the industry. I feel like I'm not saying they're trying to get Drake out the paint, but it's just like they don't, like it's kind of weird to see. Lucien Grange is basically a tall Israeli. You know that guy that the guy that fucking used to.
Well, there's a reason why, because Drake is suing him. That's the problem, because he's suing him over that fucking because that weak ass shit. So the chickens are coming home to roost for Drake because Drake instead of getting his ghostwriters to write him a response to Not Like Us, he decides like, oh my god, he's calling me a molester, and he says I'm not black, so I gotta sue them because the bots are driving that shit up. Like it's pathetic.
All he did was to prove Rick Ross right when Rick Ross called him a white boy.
Yeah.
All he did was to prove that shit. Like that was probably the most truthful thing in all of this. Calling Drake a white boy, because that's all he's been acting like this whole time, using his goddamn cracker privilege for lawsuits and this and that, and just a whole shit, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, basically, that's pretty much karma for the Pusha T shit, because Pusha T originally, ripped him in the fucking battle, pause, whatever. But
this shit was a hit job, nigga. This shit was a hit job. Fuck all.
And he didn't know. You know the crazy part is he didn't even really reply to Push or Joe Budden. Joe Budden had a good diss on him. I'm just saying it. He thought Kendrick was a lick or something. That was weird. He took the biggest L though. That's for sure. That's an L.
That's an ego.
Listen, I've been listening to Kendrick for a long time, nigga. They laid this shit up for him. He did not do
this. Drake's just fucking garbage, yo. Like Drake ain't supposed to be. Drake ain't no pillar of hip hop or not. Like the fact that niggas thought Drake was really gonna do something to Kendrick, and niggas know I ain't no fucking Kendrick fan. Like the fact that this was even some mega battle, like this literally was Larry Holmes versus fucking Jerry Cooney.
I mean, look what he did to Meek Mill in his prime, nigga. When Meek Mill was ripping every
nigga, that's fucking Meek Mill.
Yeah,
it's different because Meek Mill was in the prime of his career.
Meek Mill,
nigga, like, look, dude, that's Meek Mill is like the fucking Ken Norton. That's the win this nigga got.
Not at the time when the battle happened, nigga. Stop. Meek Mill had 5 number one songs. Like, stop.
when that battle happened though, Meek Mill was on a high, and then Meek Mill
Mill was hot, but like Meek Mill ain't dope like that. Where niggas is like, okay, like he should have beat Drake.
But he fumbled. He fumbled
that. Like that's really on Meek Mill. Like Drake did what he was supposed to do.
I blame Funk Flex for that loss. Like, nah.
It was what the fuck did Funk Flex do to make niggas write worse rhymes?
That nigga kept leaking records before niggas was ready to drop shit.
Well, that's what he's supposed to do.
If your shit hot, it ain't gonna matter, nigga.
Right.
A nigga can steal my hard drive now and leak fucking my next album, and I'll be like, God damn, but fuck it. I know it's heat though.
I mean,
I ain't gonna be like, oh no, shit. I needed to erase like 5 songs because I was just bullshit in the studio those days. Like, nah.
But now Drake is like I said, because it took a while, but I mean, basically now Drake's at the point where either he has to ignore the shit and put out a hot album.
It's too fucking late, bro. He's dead. He's fucking gone.
Yeah, but
dude, remember Drake released like a package of unreleased music. Like
he's dropping a whole project.
No, he didn't, nigga. He dropped three. He dropped. No,
he's dropping a mix. He's dropping a project like on.
But didn't he just drop like a whole folder of music like last year?
No, he dropped 3 songs. He dropped 3 songs, and all those songs did well, nigga.
No, what was nah. Y'all niggas bullshitting me. There was a time where Drake last year dropped a whole bunch of music, like it was a bunch of unreleased shit and sessions and songs.
It was 3 songs and like 100 gigs of video clips, nigga, of him recording. It wasn't fucking unreleased music. It was
okay, so songs. That's still content for him, and that shit ain't still do nothing.
That shit was a very hot topic for a while, so I don't know what you're talking about.
What was it? What was the topic? What part of the topic was hot? No one talked about the content.
Because all of the shit was sold directly to him. So to get that shit, you had to pay him directly. So the nigga was trying to find a way around his label that was trying to shut him down at the time, nigga. That's what happened.
All right, so all right, so what was the sales behind this thing?
Nigga, I don't know. I just know the shit.
I mean, damn, you telling me all this other shit?
What am I telling you?
I figure you was fan, nigga.
You said he just dropped 100 gig project and it didn't do nothing, nigga. It wasn't 100 gig project.
You can't tell me the sales it made.
He dropped
like
3 songs and everybody knows them 3 songs besides you, nigga, because you don't listen to Drake.
He dropped 3. All right, well, everybody knows the Kendrick song, nigga.
Okay, what was the other 2 Kendrick songs he dropped in? Since you own Kendrick dick, nigga.
He what was that shit? The one with the piano. I can't remember all them names,
exactly, nigga. Because all you know is Not Like Us, because they shoved the shit down niggas' throats.
But Euphoria,
dude, not like he had the fucking goddamn the Euphoria shit.
Oh. Yeah, Euphoria was the better. Actually, was the better.
Yeah, and a fucking pause, bro. I actually fucked with Euphoria. I didn't like what the first joint like. I mean, all that matter is that like Drake just had the worst response because instead of just keeping it with music, he kept being in his feelings, acting weird, and fucking telling the world how hurt he was with the goddamn song.
No, this is some bullshit, nigga. You couldn't beat Macklemore, but you can get the come on, Song of the Year. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Stop.
I mean,
well, I know the Grammys is bullshit. Ain't no one talking about.
If the Grammys is bullshit, then why is niggas taking this record of the year shit so far, nigga? Because we know
because niggas are just celebrating. Niggas are just happy.
This is a hit piece. That's all it is. It's a hit piece.
Dude, look. Niggas could know something is bullshit, but they'll take it and still run with it and be like, "Oh fuck, I won, I got it, okay." Nigga, we're boxing fans. How many niggas get gifts all the time and they look like they about to lose or cry, and then the fucking ref hold their hand up and they're like, "Oh shit, yeah, nigga, fuck that, yeah, I won, yeah." Like that's what niggas is doing with the Grammys. Like niggas knew the Grammys been bullshit for like 20 years. Yeah, but god damn it, if I win a motherfucking Grammy, hell yeah, I'll be hyped about that shit.
Yeah, but
it's still a fucking Grammy.
But the fact
it's some bullshit.
But the fact that song actually got a platform like it did, like you actually like I said, that was literally what we call what's gonna be a preview.
Okay, I will say I think when you encompass everything, Not Like Us is definitely one of the best diss songs of all time. It's top 5 for sure. When you encompass everything,
I don't know if it's the best. I just say it's the biggest.
I mean, like, no, I mean, okay. I don't know. We're not too old enough to Hit 'Em Up, but I mean, I feel like those 2 are the biggest diss tracks of I mean, Dre Day 2 was a big one too. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that
because biggest and best ain't always the same thing, man.
Right? Yeah, Not Like Us.
Biggest is like this has the most impact. And remember, like Drake is like taking everything like it's a goddamn Benavidez combo. Like he's reeling and his reactions is really selling how great.
I mean, this kind of ended his in terms of credibility by true heads. I mean, he'll still have his fan base.
That's been done. Who the fuck was taking?
But what I'm saying is he'll still have. No, I still see people trying to argue for Drake. I'm just saying the fan base, the women and the guys, I guess, will they'll still be there for him. But in terms of where he was and as a top guy, because he was a top guy,
he's not that anymore.
It's over.
No, he'll never be that again. Fuck that.
He can't be.
Nah.
Yeah,
that's he's honestly like. He's kind of like where Nicki Minaj is. Like, she does numbers because she has a lot of fans to where it's like, it's always going to do good, solid numbers, big numbers, whatever. But it doesn't have an impact on the soundscape. Like, it doesn't have an impact on the industry or the landscape. So it only really makes moves with a fan base. Mm-hmm. No one outside of that is going to really hype it up and talk about that shit.
Yeah. So and like I said, that's just a little preview. Like Super Bowl. Like I said, there's gonna be some more viral moments coming. For Kendrick and for Drake, for better or for worse. But yeah, no, I had to mention that because it was just a high fuckery moment. I was like,
I got it now. A highlighter nigga can't stand and see another highlighter nigga make it, nigga. So
no, you can't say that because.
This
I
nigga
rep team light
loves to see
skin
a
all
beige.
day, nigga.
He loves to see a beige nigga go down. That's all right.
Pause. What the fuck? Nah, dude. Like niggas know King P, me, King P, Pilot. Oh, I don't know about Pilot all the time, but we know his team light skin. Like I'm repping. No, I mean I was still holding down Baumgartner, and she was cheating. She was making the team light skin look bad. Prograde, no fucking footwork, making team light skin look bad. Like nah, because everybody treats one light skinned nigga like all of them. That's how white people treat one black person, and it's all black people.
No, this is
It just subsidized with fucking light skins.
This is peach on peach hate.
Nah, nigga. Because if one light skinned nigga do something wrong, then it's like that affects all of us.
Ironically, real quick, randomly on Twitter, it popped up with the top 5 greatest hip. Somebody posted top 5 greatest diss tracks. They said Ether, Hit 'Em Up, Not Like Us, Takeover, and No Vaseline. I'm a Jay-Z stan, but Takeover, what the fuck?
Nigga, Takeover's trash.
Takeover ain't no goddamn top 5 diss song.
Every time I hear Takeover, I'll skip that shit.
Takeover was not no damn top 5. It's not even a top 10. Not even a top 20. Shit.
If you can give Takeover, like, if you want to say top 50, okay. But dog, it's like I get to literally just like put up a whole bunch of diss songs better than fucking Takeover.
That nigga was just talking shit over a beat. He wasn't even trying to like spit for real.
And I hate that fucking beat. And then
Come
it's
on.
lame. But no, that shit is lame, nigga. Good God, I hated Takeover was cool, but the way niggas used to hype that shit up and still wanted to give him the win, I'm like, bro, the nigga called up the radio station crying. His voice cracked.
I'm a whole venture. He lost.
That nigga lost.
And if I'm not mistaken, I remember niggas like going way more crazy over that Remy Ma diss than the Kendrick. Really, it was just
no. Time out. The fuck out of here. No, come on.
No. Listen. When Remy did that Sheether shit, you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was
fire. That was fire. But
that was fire.
It was more.
That was fire. But
it was more respected lyrically than fucking Not Like Us.
No,
am I right?
I'm sorry. No, it wasn't.
I don't know. See, but the difference is Remy's song Sheether didn't have the shelf life, or it wasn't given the shelf life as Not Like Us, because remember they was taking the Remy joint down.
Yeah, it were. Yeah, I remember.
It didn't get the vibe like that. Like,
but she's also not as big of an artist as Nicki was either.
But she's not a bigger artist as Kendrick is either.
I mean, Kendrick.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, Kendrick.
But okay, that's what make it worse. Like,
no, the impact is similar with less of an artist presence. That's what the fuck I'm saying.
Oh well, I don't even know. Nah, because the thing is, it wasn't given the chance to have an impact, because it's like you said, she wasn't a bigger artist. That's one. Even though it had an impact, but it's the fact that the song was taken down.
This is like when This is like when Machine Gun Kelly came at Eminem. His shit hit hard, but nobody talking about you remember when MJK killed Eminem? Nobody's saying that.
Because Eminem won, but Eminem won like a split decision. Like the fact that MGK actually landed shots on Eminem and didn't sound trash was a victory in itself.
Facts.
With Remy Ma was looked at as the better lyricist, was the OG nigga who Nicki Minaj wanted to be like and all that shit. And basically Remy just spanking her. But the thing is, like Drake, Nicki Minaj had the industry and the system behind her. So she did the little, not necessarily lawsuits, but she did shit to where they took the song down. It was hard to get on YouTube. This and that.
What I'm saying
the song didn't get the lip for like a month.
To me, real quick, Rome, I want to get this point off. That's to me similar to like what Drake did with Pusha. He didn't respond to Pusha, but remember, me personally, I prefer. To me, Exodus is one of the best diss tracks of all time. To me, I love that song. But the other one, the one that really got Drake with the story of Adion. Remember, that got taken off YouTube. Like Drake was using his power to get that removed off YouTube.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when it's two entities of the same power, the playing field has been leveled. But because one nigga was winning so many times, they were like, you know what, let's just put the sliders on the other side this time. See what happens.
See, now that's just subjection. That's how you see it, because a nigga, because the playing field is finally level. So the nigga who had all the advantages, as soon as he started losing, it's like, wait, damn, they must have put the sliders over.
That's
like,
exactly
what the fuck's
what
happening?
happened, though. It's exactly what happened. That's why he won
No,
5
what
Grammys
happened
for the
was
song.
niggas ain't removed the goddamn song after a week, like how they did Sheether and everything else.
No, but you know, real quick, Kendrick is
That's what really happened.
No, Kendrick's brilliant.
You had a ref that let these niggas fight clean for the whole 12 rounds instead of on some bullshit.
No, Kendrick's brilliant. I'll tell you why. He's a smart. I don't know if you caught the Canadian tuxedo thing. You know, Canadian tuxedo is basically a denim suit, and he wore that. But he also he let the thing I felt like that made it really popular when he dropped it. He, most times with the YouTube reviews, they don't let the people do that. He let all the people do the YouTube reaction when it dropped, and I remember that competition. Yeah, that I feel like that set it off. That made it exponentially a bigger record. I felt like that.
And remember, niggas already had the damn. It was just, and it's also the stars aligned because niggas already was at the competition with the fucking Metro shit.
Mm-hmm.
That came like maybe weeks after that. So it's like, yeah, like it may look like shit changed, but it is more than that, bro. It's just so much more. But it ain't the industry cheated so niggas could lose, so Drake could finally lose.
Yeah, it's just most like all the
out of here.
It's just all the bullshit caught up with Drake, and he's getting now same shit. That's pretty much what it is. You reap what you sow. That's
everything just finally caught up, and then some stars aligned too, and just certain shit just start falling into place when it's your time or when it's not your time. It ain't Drake time no more.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, yo. But yo, we gotta get ready to get up out of here, yo, because I need to get to bed though. But this was a good show though. Good boxing and Grammy and music fuckery at the end though. But yeah, though, catch us on Thursday where we got an interview for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, LB wants to go.
Yeah, my nigga AV, he gonna be talking about the shit he got doing, the album he dropped, the new album on the way, the movement he's trying to start, how his career, just the ups and downs, and being considered for like TV shows, him running with some of G Unit's people, just being an all around wild, just real nigga. You know what I mean? So yeah, get on to that shit. Is political shit. There's court cases. There's real shit. We're definitely gonna put that on the Kali as well. So salute to them, because he one of us. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that should be real interesting. Dude's a real character. Got a lot of wisdom and shit to impart. So yeah, real talented. Like he might even freestyle for us. Who knows? But yeah. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Yeah, we've been trying to get this interview for like a goddamn month already. So yeah.
Facts. But yeah, definitely look out for that though. And yeah, man. And we'll see you on Thursday. So for myself, Pat Scopio, the Ring representative, for LB Shutterworth, the God of the Go artist, for King Queen Bodega B, for Conscious Pilot, and for Rome Top 5, and as well as Ezra, who I think had to leave. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Yo, Clarence Banks, man, make sure you hit like, nigga.